Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you inside the Crown Coliseum here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, as tonight the Fayetteville Marksmen kick off a stretch of 3 games in 3 days, hosting the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs for 2 and the Knoxville Ice Bears on Sunday. I'm Drew Blevins. I'll be alongside with you for this one. Big games for both of these two teams, but the storyline for the Fayetteville Marksmen has just been purely the number of new faces that will be in the lineup this evening. 7 new hockey players have joined the Marksmen over the span of the last 48 days. Chris Paulin is a backup goaltender for Jason Pulaski tonight. We'll tell you more about him as the game goes on. Alex Renault, Ryan Kuhn, John Batita, and Nolan Sheeran also come into the roster for the Marksmen. The biggest headliner, though, is Carter Struthers returns from his 8-game call-up to the ECHL, splitting time between the South Carolina Stingrays and the Wheeling Nailers. It'll be interesting to see how quickly the Marksmen can get into their rhythm, because it's a group that has been very tight-knit, that has prided themselves on playing with top-notch team chemistry, and has been a group that has been really, really good together. And that's been across all 3 forward lines and all 3 defensive pairings. And when you start to throw different pieces into a team that has that much chemistry, you're always worried about what the reaction will be. Will it be something that is serendipitous and you find a way to get wins with a group that doesn't have a ton of SPHL playing experience, or is it nuclear and things just look so totally different that you're unable to find the recipe for success in the time frame prescribed? We sat down with head coach Corey Melkert prior to tonight's contest to talk about the challenges his team was facing and what to expect out of this new-look Marksman group this weekend. You'll hear his comments after this commercial break. This is Marksman Hockey. Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads,
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. For tasted this good, Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back to Marksman Pregame. Drew Blevins alongside the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. Coach, I want to take you back to Friday. You told me in your pregame interview then you just had to find a way, and you did, coming out with a 3-2 win. How proud were you of that group for really bringing their own guts and finding a way?
Yeah, I'm really proud of them. I think we had a game plan going in. I think we executed. Obviously, I think we were outplayed at some points, but that's to be expected with the lineup we had. It's going to be much of the same this entire weekend. So just like last Friday, we're going to have to find a way this weekend as well.
And you talked about the roster moves that you're having to make, bringing in a whole litany of new guys that include John Batista and Chris Paulin from the Carolina Thunderbirds, Alex Reynaud, Ryan Kuhn. When you look at the new roster that you are bringing in, what is it that you expect out of this group, some of who have very limited SPHL playing experience and other guys who have played in good leagues that haven't necessarily been here?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough right now. I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Obviously, we have the injuries. Obviously, I think people can probably guess what's going on with the other guys that won't be playing tonight. It is what it is. We're gonna have to get through it. Like I tell them, we just have to find a way. At the end of the day, we're gonna put a team on the ice, and whether we like it or not, just like I told you last week, the puck's gonna drop. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we have to go out there, execute our game plan, and try to stay positive and find a way to win.
You've still scored 27 goals in the first period. It's 9 straight games where you've scored in the opening frame of play. Do you think it's more important tonight to have a good start or more important to have a good finish against a Roanoke team that over the past 3 wins you've had against them have tailed off in the third period?
No, I just think it's really important this weekend to be consistent. Obviously having a good start is key, finishing is key, but with the lineup and injuries, sickness, all that type of stuff, we just have to be consistent. We can't get too high, can't get too low, and just at the end of the day, we just have to execute the game plan and find a way. That's what we've been saying for 2 straight weeks, and I think fortunately next week we're off, and by the time we play again after this weekend, we'll have our injuries at least back, and some guys back that are sick. So for this weekend, we just have to kind of get through it, and I keep repeating it, but just find a way.
You do have Taylor McCloy still and Matt McNair, who is the leader among rookie scorers in the SPHL. Are you leaning on them a little bit extra this week with so many new guys, or like you told me last week, just expecting them to do what they've done all year and remain the same?
Yeah, I mean, they play with what's going on. They have no other choice but to play 30-some minutes as a forward, and to be honest, that's crazy. It's way too many minutes for a forward, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. They've both been really good this year, so this weekend, unfortunately, is going to be no different. We have 2 centers right now, and they're going to have to play a ton. And Matthew's been really good. I'm really proud of him. I think obviously he's a young player, but he's been really consistent, and arguably our best player at times. And Taylor's played for a while, and I think he's the heartbeat of this team. So he's been doing good, and obviously really proud of him too.
Best of luck finding a way tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. We'll be right back with more Marksmen pregame after these messages. This is Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up. They spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
We welcome you back to the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins alongside John Marksman pregame with about 10 minutes until puck drop between the Fayetteville Marksmen and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. Let's go ahead and dive into some of the finer points of tonight's game. And we'll start things off by looking at the players that are out of the roster for both of these two groups. We'll start things off with the visiting Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs, who are without Josh Nenadal and Danny Cangelosi, both of whom were added to the injured reserve earlier this week. And Henry Dill is what we have been told days away from being able to return to the lineup for the Rail Yard Dawgs, and that will create a really good goaltending battle for who's going to be the top dog in the Roanoke net between Austin Rodebush, Henry Dill, and Brody Clays. For the Fayetteville Marksmen, it is a laundry list of players who are out today. Zach Boyle, Wyatt Noski, Taylor Best, and Stefano Durante were all announced as scratches earlier this morning. Carlos Forneris and Marley Quince remain in the ECHL. Forneris with the Worcester Railers and Marley Quince with the Norfolk Admirals. Shane Bednard, Tanner Fraze, and Drake Glover are all on the injured reserve still, but as Corey Melkert told you, they are expected to come off of that IR list as soon as the next time the Marksmen take the ice after this weekend's contest, with that bye week coming up for Fayetteville. Brian Moore is also out of the lineup as he is serving the final game of his 3-game suspension. New additions for both of these teams. It's Nick DeVito who will get the call in at forward, and Charlie Pelnick from the Carolina Thunderbirds for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. A late addition is Nick Ford, who is coming back from his ECHL call-up to Adirondack. For the Carolina Thunderbirds, Chris Paulin, Alex Reynaud, Ryan Kuhn, John Batita, and Nolan Sheeran all key into the lineup tonight. And the backup goaltender will be Chris Paulin. 3 of those guys coming from the Carolina Thunderbirds. Let's go ahead and step aside quickly one more time. We'll return with our keys to victory. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
For the final time during Marksman pregame, we welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum. Let's go ahead and turn our attention to tonight's keys to victory. We'll start things off with the visiting Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, a team that has lost 3 of their 4 meetings to the Fayetteville Marksmen this season. Oddly enough, all 3 of those losses came right at home at the Berglund Center for the Rail Yard Dogs. One of their keys tonight is going to be the play of Austin Rodebush. Dan Bremner has been rather candid talking about he wants to see all 3 of his goaltenders get an opportunity to prove they're the number 1 guy. Rodebush hasn't quite been the same since spending most of the 2020 season with the Knoxville Ice Bears. At one point, he won 10 straight games with a better than 1.00 goals against average. He was called up to the Tulsa Oilers and got shelled while in the ECHL. And since then, it seems his game has been a beat off as he looks to find the momentum that he had last season. And this could be a get-right game for Rodebush here this evening. The other thing is, you have to find a way, if you're Roanoke, to be consistent in every facet of the game. Look, the Rail Yard Dogs right now are allowing the fewest shots per game in the SPHL. Their defense has been magnificent so far. Every game that they're going to play in is going to be a defensive slog fest, is what we like to call that. It's a game that just grinds to a halt, and it becomes a very different feeling hockey game. But they have to be the team to take that slowing of the pace and use it to their advantage throughout the entirety of the hockey game. For Fayetteville tonight, you need your stars to be good. Matt McNair and Taylor McCloy are guys that you're going to lean on, and you want to make sure that the stars can shine brightly. You don't know how deep this roster is going to go with so many new players in it. So you need those guys who are good to consistently be good. The other thing is you have to have a high percentage of execution on your chances. Whether it comes on the power play, whether it comes on special teams at all, whether you're creating odd man rushes going back down the rush, or whether you're able to spring a breakaway opportunity. You don't know how many chances you're going to get against a very good defensive team of the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. That means for the chances you do get, you need to execute on them, because without that type of high percentage execution, things will not go well for the Marksmen tonight. That'll do it for us in Marksman pregame. Should be a fun one as we kick off a 3-game and 3-day weekend here to start December. It's the Rail Yard Dogs and the Marksmen rivalry matchup in Fayetteville. Next.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
The atmosphere is set as we welcome you into the All-American City for a rivalry matchup here in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Hi, everybody. The Crown Coliseum is the site of tonight's SPHL matchup between the Fayetteville Marksmen and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. Meeting number 5 of 17 between these two teams on the year. Promises to be a fun one. All throughout the week, we've done our best to keep you updated on what is a brand new looking Fayetteville Marksmen group. A group that has been bit hard by the injury bug and outside affecting circumstances. They now find themselves with a group that looks almost just like a team you would see on opening night. So many new faces, it's almost difficult to identify who's going to be playing this evening. And for a group that's 10-4 and firmly in 4th place in the SPHL, these games hold a little bit of extra meaning as the Marksmen look to keep pace with the top 3 teams in the SPHL. Meanwhile, for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, a proving game once again after they coughed up 2 points to the Marksmen last Friday in a win that saw Fayetteville come from behind and score twice in the third period to break a 1-1 tie and take a 3-2 victory back to the state of North Carolina. Joe Genovese, Phil Rusler, and Hunter Pickard will be our officials for this game, with Joe Genovese the referee. The Fayetteville Marksmen in their blackout uniforms, they'll be going from right to left across your radio dial. And we are rocking and ready to go here from the All-American City inside the Crown Coliseum. Puck is dropped. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from Fayetteville as the Marksmen win the draw and dump it in. That's Carter Struthers who forces the puck into the zone with a chance at the far side wing for Sam Storman pinching in. And the Marksmen will chase the puck all the way back into their own zone. Carter Struthers returning from loan to the ECHL where he split time between the South Carolina Stingrays and the Wheeling Nailers. And on the zone entry, we've got a high sticking call that's going to go against the Rail Yard Dogs. Tommy Picorni is going to be the guilty party. And the Marksmen will go on the St. Peter Pest Control power play just 22 seconds into the contest. Tommy Picorni getting the start on defense with Sean Leonard, which was a new pairing for Dan Bremner and company. And now the Marksmen will go to work on the man advantage. It is a brand new looking power play with so many usual suspects out of the lineup tonight. This is Alexandre Renault, who goes below the goal line to fight for the puck. Roanoke took it, but Jeff Jones couldn't clear as McNair will push it out to the far side wing. Held there in the corner where John Batista squirts it up to the point. Oliveri gives out to the far wing. Here's a quick wrist shot. Rodebush knocks it down. We'll tell you about the starting goaltenders at our next whistle. At the red line, Don Oliveri will possess the puck, and he'll find a man near side. That's Matt McNair, who had to go across the blue line, come back, and had to keep his own teammate Renault on side. Here's a poor clearing attempt off the linesman. Turn back in front. Big rebound held in by McNair as he pushes it low toward Renault. The puck is intercepted by Travis Armstrong, who's unable to get around of McNair. This one's high up in the air off the near side glass, and eventually Mac Jansen will send it out to the safety of center. Oliveri will take it there, crosses the red line, slaps it into the zone. The Marksmen, the first team to it, swept to the middle. Here's a chance off the side of the net. McNair now back in front. Rodebush says no, still loose. Austin Rodebush at the top of his goal crease, scrambling to keep this game tied at 0 early. Oh, mercy, it looked like the Marksmen were going to blow the roof off this place with a power play goal at the near side of the goal crease. Austin Rodebush scrambling was able to force the puck off the outside of the net and then was able to corral it at the top of his crease. As an opportunity goes by the wayside for the Marksmen. Face-off is one to John Batista, who gives out to the far side point as Storman will give to Jarrett Cupp. Now to the near circle, that's another new guy, Nolan Sheeran, the former Marksman who played here in 18-19. Here's a shot kicked out by Austin Rodebush. Leonard to the rebound. He shoots it off the far side boards all the way down with just 39 seconds remaining in the St. Peter Pest Control power play for the Marksmen. Marksmen are operating at 17.5% on the man advantage. That's good for 5th in the SPHL. Meanwhile, Roanoke has taken the second fewest penalties of any team in the league. They've killed off 88.6% of them. That's good for the 5th penalty kill overall in the league. Sheeran bobbing and weaving with the puck at the red line. Passes to the near side wing. He was looking for Bryce Farrell. It's intercepted and eventually flown all the way back. And that'll send Jarrett Cupp back to retrieve the puck for the Marksmen with just 5 seconds remaining in the St. Peter Pest Control power play. And a good start on the kill for the Rail Yard Dogs. From behind of his own net, Cupp will start things off to the far side. This is a bouncing puck that Carter Struthers has to come in and try to play with help from Renault. Dropped back and eventually dumped in by the Marksmen as that was Storman to clear it into the zone. Sticks collide at the far face-off circle. Dylan Hill sent a clearing attempt off the backside of his own teammate Jeff Jones, and now the captain for Roanoke, Travis Armstrong, will skate it up through center. Finds Jones at the far wing as he'll cross into the zone, try to backhand it below the goal line. Eventually he gets it to the bottom of the far face-off circle with Mac Jansen turning in the far corner. Now Jones takes up the fight but loses the puck. The Marksman unable to get it out, now sent up the far side boards, and awaiting the puck there is Bryce Martin. Skips it off of a Marksman attacking player, and eventually it'll be Charlie Pelnick to dump it into attacking ice as the Rail Yard Dogs get off on a line change. Oliveri will send the puck up to the near wing, McNair. Backhands a pass through center. It'll be dumped in by Vincenzo Renda. Leonard, the first player there, sends it to the far wing, and the Rail Yard Dogs begin the breakout. This is something they were very good at early. Picorni fires, scores. And almost a carbon copy of Friday's game, the Rail Yard Dogs are able to find a hole in Jason Pulaski, and they'll have a 1-0 lead on a seeing eye wrist shot and a laser beam from Tommy Picorni. Goal will come 3:42 into the opening period. For Picorni, it'll be his first goal of the season. And now looking for a little more, Billy Vizzo nearly had an odd man rush tight end, and the Marksmen bring it back the other way. Driving is Batita. He gets around Leonard, a low wrist shot kicked out by Rodebush. Big rebound, slapped the length of the rink. This is going to go across the goal line for icing with 15:59 to go in the first period. John Batita knows Austin Rodebush rather well. They were teammates with the Menor Icebreakers in the FPHL, both from the state of Ohio. And Batita has always had a little bit of the scoring touch. He's the 10th all-time leading goal scorer in ACHA Division I hockey, where he played over 100 games with the Kent State Golden Flashes. Native of Middleburg Heights, Ohio, one of those magnificent 7 that have been called to play for the Marksmen this weekend. To the near side boards, Renault was able to block the clearing attempt enough to allow Struthers to blast a slap shot. It goes wide. Here's a drive from the far point that misses off the near side goal post. Marksman looking after the puck is McCloy, trying to knock it for Alexandre Renault. It's cleared off the far side boards all the way down, and Roanoke seems to have a problem breaking the puck out of their zone, as this is back-to-back icings against the Rail Yard Dawgs. I think one thing to keep a close eye on here as well is with just 31 seconds until the media timeout, icings don't negate media timeouts in the SPHL anymore. So you're looking at if you can keep things going for the next 31 seconds, you can ice the puck and get a break, even though you'll have to send the same 5 out. Face-off won by McNair, up to the point Struthers. Drops it for FX Girard. He fans on the shot, but Struthers is there to recover. Sends it toward the net. Bryce Farrell jockeying for position with Sean Leonard as those two get rough in the far corner. Marksman will hold the line. Far side face-off circle. McNair turns and fires his shot. Blocked on the way through. Now 2-on-2. The Rail Yard Dawgs bring it back across the red line. Leonard will just chip it into attacking ice as Fayetteville goes to chase with 15:05 to go in the first period. Far side boards, Farrell roughly separated from the puck, an off-angle shot from the far wing. Caught by Pawlowski is now Carter Struthers is going to get in a shoving match in front of the goal crease. And as cooler heads prevail, we will take our first media timeout. 14:59 to go in the first period. Rail Yard Dawgs 1, Marksmen 0.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
We welcome you back to Fayetteville. Drew Blevins alongside you. Tom Picorni's goal gives the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs a 1-0 lead over the Fayetteville Marksmen. Nick DeVito will get his first SPHL assist. And Sean Leonard will also add his 3rd assist on the scoring drive from Picorni, a goal that came 3:42 into the opening frame of play. Marksmen win the ensuing draw from their own zone as Kuhn will knock the puck ahead to Don Oliveri, and he'll dump it in as the Rail Yard Dawgs go to chase. Knocked free by Renault. Renault tried to leave it behind the net for Taylor McCloy, and now Batita gets stuck in a shoving match. Knocked the puck free for McCloy. Slides it to the back door. Renault's bid on the backhand. Sails over top of the crossbar. Another good chance for the Marksmen here early. Passed into the middle. Hanging on to it, Renault. Gives it up to the point. Here's a long drive into the chest of Rodebush, and he'll hang on the long wrist shot from Alexis Girard with 14:25 to go in the first period. Marksmen have scored in the first period in 9 straight games and looking to continue that momentum. Back on Friday, the Marksmen gave up the first goal, scored 3 unanswered, and that was ultimately the key to winning that contest, scoring their 10th win of the season. Behind the net, Bryce Farrell will work around of Charlie Pelnick. Tried to kick it back to his stick and was unable to do so on the first try. Matt McNair comes in to help jockey for position in the puck. He's pressured by Bryce Martin from behind. It jostles free toward the slot. off the side of the net and now to the near side corner as Farrell gets tied up with Martin in that far side wing corner. Dumped in by the Marksmen. All the way around to the near boards. Mac Jansen pulls away with it, and here he goes. Jansen separated from the puck by Oliveri, and now a chance the other way. Backhanded to the far side wing toward FX Girard. Line held, long shot, misses wide of the far goal post. And now Jansen will have another try. May have gotten hit by the referee on the way through as he looks up to the sky in frustration. Kuhn will move it up ice quickly, and we're going to get a whistle by Phil Rusler, the near linesman, as the Marksmen are in offside. 13:27 to go in the first period. 1-0 Rail Yard Dawgs. And I'm not sure if Hunter Pickard got his skate tied up with Mac Jansen or if he just toe-picked in the ice, but Jansen nearly had back-to-back opportunities down that near wing, and he likes that drive down the wing side boards because he's got a blistering shot when he has space to take it. Skated ahead by the goal scorer, Tommy Picorni. Got to center no further as Struthers knocked the puck away from him. Chipped ahead by the Rail Yard Dawgs as Sam Storman will go back behind of Pulaski to grab the puck. Storman in the goaltender's trapezoid with 13 minutes to go in the first period. His team down 1. So he looks to break it out for Fayetteville. Directly up through center, and now a cross-ice pass is intercepted by Leonard. Slides it to the top of the face-off circles for O'Day. His shot sticked away by Pulaski, held on the far side boards by O'Day. Leaves it into open space where Sheeran comes to grab the puck. Knocks it up for Carter Struthers, who will send it up the near side wing, and the Marksmen are able to get it out to the safety of center. One-man pressure from Thomas Clayton, who finishes his check as DeVito moves it in through center. Dumped in by the Rail Yard Dawgs with the Marksmen going to chase. Sent ahead to Renault. He's unable to get it around the outstretched stick of Hepner as a hard hit laid by Chris Vella, who got the better of Alexi Girard. Here's an opportunity for DeVito as the line's held by Dylan Hill. Dumped back in. It bounces behind the net. Pulaski had to be ready on a skipping puck in front to the far side corner. Marksmen will take it out there. Still in their own zone, and now a pass to the near wing for Renault. Renault bounces it up through center as he was able to find Vincenzo Renda. Renda will backhand it up the ice once more. Digging after the puck is Batista. Loses it to Dylan Hill. Cross-ice pass will eventually be taken and dumped in by C.J. Stubbs, who took a hard shoulder at the Marksman bench. 11:35 to go in the first period. Rail Yard Dawgs holding a 1-0 lead. And the puck as Jansen backhands it forward for C.J. Stubbs. Batista takes the puck away from him. The Marksman will break it out on the far side wing. Dumped right back in as soon as the puck got to the red line by Roanoke. And this is where the Rail Yard Dawgs will kill you. They will break your will to break the puck out of the zone. The far defenseman for the Marksmen will try to move it up ice. He was looking for Farrell. Another hard hit at center as McNair is taking a couple of shots. He skates to the puck here and will send it all the way out to the far wing. Farrell charging after it, bounces it toward the slot. Rodebush is there to pounce on top of the puck. As now Charlie Pelnick shakes off a glove, and the linesmen are not going to let him go. Charlie Pelnick grabbed a hold of Bryce Farrell, and we'll see if anything comes of this. Pelnick may be the only one to go to the box since he shook off a glove, and he will be. Now the question is, fighting or roughing? I would imagine it would be roughing, and it is. Charlie Pelnick grew up a stone's throw away from Fayetteville in Cary, North Carolina, playing for the Carolina Junior Hurricanes. Played his college hockey at Oswego State. Highly recruited coming out of Raleigh, was one of those guys in a crop of very good hockey players out of that 94, 95, 96, 97 class that made something of their hockey careers out of the state. But finds himself in the box here as the Marksmen go back to the St. Peter Pest Control power play. St. Peter Pest Control provides year-round pest control solutions. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. Marksmen are 0 for 1 on the man advantage this evening. So they'll start things up from center. Puck knocked off the stick of Don Oliveri. It could be a shorthanded chance for the Rail Yard Dogs, who will opt to dump it down the length of the rink instead. New PK unit out for the blue and white. Behind the net, the Marksmen just looking to break it out of the zone cleanly. McCloy loses possession of the puck to Vela, who sends it off the near boards around of Batista. Oliveri was looking up to the near wing, intercepted by Travis Armstrong. At the far side wing, the Rail Yard Dogs holding the puck. This is bounced up through center and eventually intercepted by the Marksmen. Carried ahead of the zone and dumped in by Harrison Harper as he'll find Kuhn behind the net. Backhanded to Don Oliveri. He'll send it out to the far side wing. Now a pass in front. Renault shoots. He scores! Welcome to Fayetteville, Alex Renault. 1-1. Told you in Marksman pregame how important it was going to be for this group to capitalize on their chances. They had gone 0 for 1 in the power play, but Alex Renault beats Austin Rodebush on the blocker side. And we're knotted up 1-1. So a power play marker for the Fayetteville Marksmen will tie this game up, and we'll see if this will interject a little bit more life into a Marksman group that is still getting to know each other and just trying to find out what their line mates' names are. Little bouncing puck is taken by Travis Armstrong at the near face-off circle. Eventually it bounces to Dylan Hill as the Rail Yard Dogs look to sink the effort to break it out. They can't do it. Bryce Farrell gives it into the middle. Here's a drive for FX Girard down the far wing. Stick handled one too many times. Peels it off the corner boards, gives it into the slot. Here's a backhand drive off the stick of Bryce Farrell as he went spilling to the ice and missed wide. One-on-one back the other way. This is Mac Jansen. Pulls the trigger, goes off of a stick, off the back glass, and this could spring a chance for the Marksmen up the near side wing. Struthers unable to get the puck around of DeVito. And eventually, Roanoke will send it back to their defense. At the red line, the puck is intercepted. Laid forward, but a good defensive play by Bryce Martin to take it away. Now Billy Vizzo on a drive as he tries to get around of Sam Storman. He cannot. At the far side wing, the Marksmen are able to get it ahead of the blue line, no further, as Roanoke regroups and dumps it in. Pulaski tried to stop the puck on the backboard. He was unable to do so, so the Marksmen have to go to work on breaking it out. Harper sends a pass to the near side wing, driven up ice by the Marksman forward core, but nowhere else to go as they ran out of room against Billy Vizzo. Now a chance for Fayetteville just to dump it in and ahead as Storman takes it to the red line and clears it into the zone. Media timeout coming at the next non-goal whistle. As Tommy Picorni drops it back for Nick Ford in his first shift back since an ECHL call-up to Adirondack. Dumped in, and Ford is the first to go to chase. Backhands to the far wing, around of John Batista. He'll get it right back with the top unit out for the Marksmen. All the way up and ahead to Hepner, who was able to chip the puck around of Alexis Girard. He back checks and makes a play to clear the puck ahead of the defensive blue line and force Roanoke to touch up as they regroup. Through center ice, a pass ahead to Brady Hepner off of his stick, and Vinny Renda will go to chase for the Marksmen. Up to the near side wing. Renault, the goal scorer, is able to move the puck ahead. It's a chance. McCloy may have a man going with him. McCloy stick handles, gave it to the far wing, who was Renda, the defenseman who had jumped up into the play. Behind the net, McCloy looking into open space, taken away by Ford, who will skate it up ahead here. Nick Ford ahead of the red line, shoots it in onto Pulaski. He catches the puck and will drop it out for Alexis Girard. Girard steps into a pass all the way up ice, and here come the Marksmen once again. Carried into the zone by McNair. He gives to FX Girard, his backhander, kicked away by Rodebush. CJ Stubbs collects the rebound for the Rail Yard Dogs and sends it to the near wing. This is Mac Jansen. Jansen will dump it in to the far side corner where Oliveri chases. He turns over at center. Jansen gives to O'Day, who shoots and scores. A poor turnover at the far side face-off circle on a behind-the-back pass from Don Oliveri. gave it right to Mac Jansen, who found Matt O'Day and made no mistake in finishing in the low slot. And the rail yard Dawgs take the lead right back 2-1. That goal comes 13:30 into the first period. Matt O'Day getting the goal. And Mac Jansen, who had himself a weekend with 4 goals and 2 assists against the Marksmen on Wednesday and Friday, continues an offensive assault as he now has 16 points on the season. From the far wing, the Marksmen looking for a little more. This may be a bad change for Roanoke. In comes Ryan Kuhn. He pushes it wide of the far goal post. Harper stepping in, trying to keep the line. He will with a little help. Far face-off circle. Roanoke eventually gets to it with sheer numbers. Clears it off the near side glass and out. Carter Struthers hanging on to the puck for the Marksmen. Sends it to the bench sideboards as Fayetteville gains the red line and dumps it in. Renault, the first man in for Fayetteville, he's double-teamed, popped the puck up in the air, and Sean Leonard has to come get it at the near side corner. Leonard stepping up just in front of the near face-off circle. A cross-ice pass to Hepner. He'll dump it in. John Batita, the first man back, as Batita sends it all the way around the far boards. Line held, past the middle for Vela. Bounces off of his stick. He recovers and shoots it behind the net. Brady Hepner there will get some help from Nick Ford. Pushes up to the far side wing. Now swung to Dylan Hill, top of the near face-off circle. Vela shoots it off a body on the way through. It nearly cairned in. Far side face-off circle. The Marksmen are able to get it out. A rolling puck is taken up ice. Now a chance for the Marksmen. Rodebush says no. Big rebound on the drive in from John Batita. Now Ford plays it up the near boards as he looks up ice in front of C.J. Stubbs. Somebody's lost a helmet. I don't think they realize it. It's a blue bucket, and a good job by the rail yard dog. I cannot get a number as they've sat on the bench, but leaving the helmet, leaving the ice. You can get a penalty for playing the puck without a helmet now. That's one of the new player safety rules. 4:27 to go in the first period. 2-1 Roanoke in the driver's seat of this one. Marksmen are able to dig it out of the near corner. This is Bryce Farrell driving. He's taken down by Sean Leonard. The puck tied up under Farrell. He'll get some help from Jarrett Cupp, who knocks it back into his own end. The Marksmen have 4 players back there resetting. Cupp's going to be the one to hang on to the puck. Matt McNair at center will take it from him. McNair skates to the far wing. Farrell will dump it in. One man chasing. That's McNair. Will get some help from FX Girard. Oliveri steps in. Matt McNair gives high slot. Here's a shot blocked on the way through. What sacrifice by Matt O'Day, who's stung by it. A rolling puck at the near point. Chipped back into the zone by Oliveri, into the body of Leonard, who will bring it ahead for the rail yard Dawgs. Leonard driving the puck up ice on his backhand, gets it to the near side corner, will play it into the goaltender's trapezoid as he's finished by Oliveri. To the far wing, another big hit in open ice as bodies are starting to fly here. Armstrong takes the puck for Roanoke, backhands to Sean Leonard, and will get it right back as another hard hit is delivered. That's Thomas Clayton. He'll get another shove in. Clayton took down Leonard. This is going to be a penalty on Thomas Clayton. And he's not going to like it as he looks skyward frustrated. 3 minutes to go in the first period as Roanoke has already pulled the goaltender. Good pressure here by the Marksmen. Still can't touch it. Finally they do. Thomas Clayton will go to the penalty box for a minor. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world. of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich.
2:56 to go in the first period. Thomas Clayton will take a seat for interference. And that penalty will come 17 minutes and 4 seconds into the first period. The Marksmen will go to the Freddy's penalty kill. This season, the Marksmen have killed off 45 of 52 penalties taken. That's good for 86.5%, 7th in the SPHL, which tells you there are a lot of good penalty kill units out there. Meanwhile, Roanoke scored 8 on 46 and a shorthanded chance for the Marksmen. McCloy chips it ahead. It rolls off a stick on the way through. The Rail Yard Dogs dodge a bullet as Oliveri was driving with Taylor McCloy. You'll hear from McCloy coming up during our first period intermission report as the Marksmen send it all the way down the length of the rink. 2:10 remaining in the opening frame of play. So the Marksmen will sag back and accept the oncoming rush from Bryce Martin, and they do a good job to clear this all the way down. The Rail Yard Dog power play hasn't been awesome all year, but just like the rest of this group, it's surged recently, and then you'll have moments like this where you wonder if it would have been better to stay 5-on-5, as Roanoke has very much struggled to set anything up in their own zone with just 30 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Travis Armstrong ahead of the red line will dump it in. Jockeying for position, the Marksmen are able to clear it up the near side boards, but Jeff Jones is there to hold the line. Far wing now, Jones will quarterback the power play. Pass goes off his skate to Armstrong, who loads the cannon and fires. Blocked on the way through. And the puck bounces right back to center where Jones will take it. A paltry 10 seconds remaining in this man advantage for the Rail Yard Dogs. Renault looking after the puck, loses it to Jones, tried to pass to the back door and eventually makes it there. Pulaski in the butterfly seals at the far goal post. As Roanoke resets, we return to full strength. This is Mac Jansen, turns it to the point for Bryce Martin. Sees a lane, fires, Pulaski watches through the traffic and collects in his chest to hold. 42 seconds to go in the opening frame of play. The Rail Yard Dogs remain up 2-1.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Just 42 seconds to go in the opening period of play here from the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins with you on Hockey TV and the Marksman Radio Network. Thanks so much for joining us. Face-off will be to the glove side of Jason Pulaski after the Marksmen had their easiest penalty kill of the year. No shots on the man advantage for the Rail Yard Dogs. No chances. Fayetteville looking to get out of this period, trailing by a goal, maybe better. Pass stolen away, and now McCloy is unable to get around of Martin, who obstructed him. As Richie McCartney will dump it in down the far side boards. Held by McCloy, who will bring it to the near side. McCloy sends it all the way out to the far wing as he was looking for a cutting John Batista. Brought back by the Rail Yard Dogs. This is DeVito, but Roanoke is offside with just a hair under 20 seconds to go in this opening frame of play. Face-off will be right in front of the Marksman bench as Corey Melkert and Jason Binkley look on from their coach's perch. The puck is dropped and Brady Hepner is able to poke it into the attacking zone, but did so a little too well as he sent it right into the Tiago title ice suite. Puck's out of play are brought to you by Walker Family Chiropractic. And that one was a little lollipop over top the far side glass. That will allow for an attacking zone draw here for Roanoke, though. Late in the period, you never know what sort of shenanigans you'll find happen. Face off to the blocker side of Poland. Won by the Marksmen, unable to get it out, though. Here's a long shot that pinballs over top the net. The rebound taken in the near side corner. Flipped up in the air with just 2 seconds remaining in the period. Shot in by Sean Leonard, and that is where the frame comes to an end. Scoring early, not so much late. Roanoke up 1 through 20 minutes of regulation. Shots on goal through the first period of play for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 8. For the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, 5. Where it counts, though, Roanoke uses goals from Tom Picorni and Matt O'Day to take a 2-1 lead on the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll be right back with our first period intermission report after these messages. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksman season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
We welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins alongside you on Hockey TV and the Marksman Radio Network as the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs open up a 2-1 lead through 20 minutes of play. Shots on goal through the first period for the Marksmen, 8, for the Rail Yard Dogs, 5. And I think what you're going to take away when you look at the way this period went is, first of all, the Marksmen are not in bad shape at all. It's a jittery-looking team, a group that looks like they've only been playing together for 20 minutes, which, for the most part, they have been. 3 guys joined the morning skate today. It was their first time in a Marksman locker room, especially with this conglomeration of players. And at the end of the day, you see what it's like when you're playing against a Roanoke group that has been together for the better part of 2 months now. That's a difficult thing to overcome, especially in this game. And you'll hear members of the media, your favorite broadcaster, coaches all talk about the importance of team chemistry. And that's on display. But conversely, at the same time, I thought the Marksmen had chances in that period. It was interesting in my conversation this afternoon with Mitch Stewart, the voice of the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs. He brought up a point that I think everybody's been thinking about Austin Rodebush. He still looks a little bit busy in the net. There is no economy of motion. He's sprawling, and for a 6'3 netminder, Rodebush is one of those guys who really has to play just good positional hockey, and he's going to be in an outstanding position to be successful throughout the course of an SPHL season. But it's all about getting things back to the basics for him in net. And while you live with giving up the power play goal and a puck that doesn't get out and eventually is passed to the high slot there for Alex Reynaud to get his first SPHL goal, you are looking back at the course of that game and going, well, there have been chances. John Batista had a drive from the far side wing. Reynaud came in from the near side wing. Another chance in front for Ryan Kuhn on a pass that went right to the high slot. And Rodebush hasn't had to come up with huge saves, but pucks have been missing wide. And, of course, the chance that stands out to me was the one less than 60 seconds into the game right here on the near side of the net that Matt McNair had with sticks converging in on him and eventually Rodebush scrambling and finding the puck for his best save of the hockey game. But it's not that the Marksmen are being outclassed right now. It's that they're being out-chemistried, if you will. And we're going to talk with Taylor McCloy at the end of this break about what it's been like getting used to so many new faces in the Marksman locker room. Coming up after this break, you'll hear from Taylor McCloy. We'll also take you around the SPHL. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. Welcome back to Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey. Drew Blevins alongside forward Taylor McCloy. Taylor, it's one of those strange situations where you find yourself not just shorthanded, but incredibly shorthanded coming into games this weekend. What's been the atmosphere in the locker room dealing with so many guys being out?
I mean, the atmosphere is also a little bit weird in there, obviously due to COVID and whatnot. We got to take extra precautions. We got to do things a little bit differently, which is not our normal way. But at the end of the day, we're all competitors and we're here to win games, and we just got to find a way to win tonight.
You're a guy who's been here a while. A lot of the rookies have pointed to you as being kind of their mentor going throughout the course of the season so far. When you see new faces, do you feel like the onus is on you and Don Oliveri and guys that have been here a while to kind of welcome in the new guys and build that team chemistry immediately?
I think that goes for everybody, right? I mean, everybody in here, we've all been a part of a situation where we're new guys or whatever, so you try to make a guy feel as welcome as possible, and I think everybody does a pretty good job of that.
Is there any difference in welcoming somebody who's played pro hockey, maybe at a different level, maybe in a different country, compared to welcoming in a rookie?
I wouldn't say too much. I mean, everybody knows why they're here, right? At the end of the day, you know your game. The coach has you here for a reason, so you just got to play your game and just don't strive away from it. Just keep going and work your best at it.
It's a Roanoke team that's scrappy, likes to play physical, has played you guys tough in 4 games. You've beat them 3 times. What's been the key of pushing over the hump and beating them in the third period now in all 3 of your wins that you've taken against the Rail Yard Dawgs?
I mean, they're a great team. I mean, exactly like you said, right? They're scrappy. They play heavy. It's a hard team to kind of play against from time to time. But I mean, at the end of the day, we just stick to our systems. And if we stick within our systems and play the way we want to play, and we know how we can play, I think we shouldn't be too worried about anybody.
I want to ask you about your Adrian college teammate, Mac McNair, who leads all rookies in scoring. What has been the key to him being so special early this season?
I think just him playing with confidence. I played with him his freshman year of college to my junior year, and after the first weekend of games, I asked to play on his line because I knew what kind of talent he brought to the team. So, watching him do his thing, he's unbelievable, and his confidence is just showing.
What's your key to victory tonight?
Whatever it takes.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Drew.
That's Taylor McCloy, forward for the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll be right back with more Marksman hockey after these messages.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
Alrighty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, you have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to Fayetteville. About 4.5 minutes until we drop the puck on period number 2 here from the Crown Coliseum. Let's go ahead and give you a couple of stats and figures. As we told you, shots on goal for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 8 for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, 5. Austin Rodebush has turned away 7 shots in the hockey game. Jason Pulaski has made 3 saves. The scoring summary is as follows. Tommy Picorni with his first goal this season, assisted by Nick DeVito, his first assist. And Sean Leonard, his third assist, time of the goal, 3:42 into the first period. Then Alex Reynaud scores for the Fayetteville Marksmen. Reynaud's first SPHL point, product of McGill University up in Canada, who is coming over after a stint with Mont Blanc in the French 2 League. He scores with an assist from Don Oliveri, who has come into the offensive statistics rather recently. He has his 8th assist of the season. And also getting his first SPHL point is Ryan Kuhn out of SUNY Plattsburgh. But Matt O'Day gives the Rail Yard Dogs a lead they have yet to relinquish. O'Day scores his 3rd goal of the season, assisted by Mac Jansen, who has his 7th assist of the year. Time of that goal, 13:30 into the first period. We'll take you around the SPHL with games that are about to start coming up here. In about 10 minutes, it'll be the Evansville Thunderbolts visiting the Von Braun Center and the Huntsville Havoc, a team that's only coughed up a game so far this season. Macon visiting Pensacola at the Bay Center. That'll be at 8:05. Peoria visiting Quad City. That'll start at 8:10 p.m. from Taxslayer Center in Moline. And the nightcap, the Knoxville Ice Bears taking on the Birmingham Bulls, a team looking to get a little bit of retribution after they got shut out by the Mayhem last night. In college football, championship Saturday tomorrow in Charlotte. The Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the Pitt Panthers will battle each other for the ACC title. And Atlanta, Alabama faces off against Georgia in a number 1 versus number 3 matchup that has playoff implications for the SEC. In the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines taking on the Iowa Hawkeyes. And in the Big 12, Oklahoma State will face off against Baylor. Good battles all around, and of course, the Fayetteville Marksmen are back at home tomorrow with a 6 p.m. puck drop against Roanoke. We'll be right back with second period puck drop after these messages. This is Marksman Hockey.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Marquis?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Welcome back to the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins with you on the Marksman Radio Network and Hockey TV, as we're about geared up and ready to go for period number 2 between the Rail Yard Dogs and the Marksmen. Roanoke leading this hockey game 2-1 on goals from Tommy Picorni and Matt O'Day. Alex Reynaud's goal split those two to give the Marksmen a point on the scoreboard. Fayetteville will be going from left to right across your radio dial here in the second period. Jason Pulaski tending to the left side goal crease, and Austin Rodebush in the right. No carryover penalties or power plays. So the Marksmen are in their home black uniforms, and the Rail Yard Dawgs in their road whites with the blue trim. Away we go with the middle frame of regulation here from the All-American City. And just as soon as we start, we're going to get a penalty called by Joe Genovese. And I don't think either team knows who it was called on. It's going to be a tripping call against the Marksmen. And it'll go against Carter Struthers. Penalty comes just 7 seconds into the period. Carter Struthers, returning from his ECHL call-up, will take a seat in the penalty box. Struthers was at one point one of 3 marksmen who were in the ECHL, and of course many who are still protected property of the Marksmen remain up there. Names such as Josh Victor and Brian Bowen, of course, headlining that class. Hard hit in back the goal as the puck is eventually taken by Roanoke to the far side boards. This is Mac Jansen who pulls up at the far boards and finds C.J. Stubbs near face-off circle. His shot blockered away by Pulaski to the far side corner. Jansen lays it behind the net, and it'll bounce up for Stubbs near wing. Sends it below the goal line again. He'll play pitch and catch along the near wing to O'Day, who has it at the near point. Swung to the far side. Now Jansen has it. Top of the far face-off circle. A pass into the middle intended for Jeff Jones. Bounces off the stick. Marksman can't clear. Jones back behind the net. A rolling puck held by Mac Jansen far line. Sends it below the goal line as he was looking for Jones again. Marksman really struggling to clear the puck. Line held one more time into the slot. Jansen can't get it. Here's a drive from DeVito off the crossbar and out of play. The iron kind to Jason Pulaski as that puck beat him. And it hits the crossbar and exits over top the netting. Face-off will be to the glove side of Pulaski. 18:46 to go in a second period that's already seen a little bit of action. We get a quick pause to rush a new puck into play from the cooler down in the scorer's box. Of course, all pucks are frozen. For those of you wondering why, it helps the puck stay on the ice a little bit better, makes the bounces somewhat more predictable, but ultimately makes the biscuit much more fit for play. Nick Ford, near hash marks, works to the top of the near face-off circle. He turns and fires. Pulaski makes the save. The rebound shoveled to the far corner where Vizzo will hold the line with help from Brady Hepner. In that far wing, hard hit delivered by Chris Vella as he got the better of Sam Storman, who tumbles and gets back to his feet with Harrison Harper under pressure. Behind the net, Harper takes a couple of shoves from Christian Vella. Puck jostles free for a moment, but eventually goes right back into the feet of Harper. Pulled free by Vella. Storman knocked it right back for Harper. He'll send it all the way out of the zone. And a good effort on that sequence for the Marksmen. That could very well kill the minor penalty to Struthers as he's standing in the penalty box. 6'5" defenseman from Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Played his college hockey at Bemidji State. Behind the net, the Marksman will try to break it out. Armstrong holds the line. His drive right in front with Hepner lurking. Caught and held on to by Pulaski with 17:43 to go in the second period. Automatically coming out of the gate in this game, I think you're starting to see emotions run high for both teams. And for the Marksmen, they've had the upper hand this season, winning 3 of the 4 meetings, but Roanoke's been close in every one. This has not been anywhere close to the flavor of rivalry you've seen between the Marksmen and the Macon Mayhem, where Fayetteville's controlled 80% of the hockey game. Roanoke has been right there every step of the way in all 3 of the losses that they've suffered. And this is what's making this matchup so impeccably intriguing night in and night out between these two squads. You'll get to see it a handful more times. 13 meetings left coming into tonight's game. Laid to the near wing. Turning with it, here's DeVito. He'll find O'Day, and the defenseman jumping up into the rush. O'Day, taken down from behind, is able to move the puck to the point. This is Armstrong, fires a wrist shot that misses wide of the far post. McCartney gets to it, sent it back up to the point for Dylan Hill. Now McCartney finds O'Day far face-off circle. His wrist shot misses over top of the net, and it'll catch the glass, and it'll be a free clear for the Marksmen. Fayetteville, by virtue of having to go on the penalty kill so early, really hasn't had an opportunity to possess here in the second period. They're going to get one here. A turnover. Sheeran, toe drag, but lost the puck. As we told you, Nolan Sheeran in a little bit of a homecoming game for him. He played here with the Marksmen in 2018-2019. Sam Storman start things up from behind his net, send it to the far side wing, and eventually the Marksmen will bounce it in. Roanoke will retreat all the way into their own zone. Far blue line, the Marksmen will take the puck and dump it right back in. This is Austin Rodebush out of his net as he'll backhand to the far corner. On his horse is Bryce Martin, who will send it to the far board. Sticks converge, and the Marksmen come away with the puck. FX Girard backhands all the way up ice as he's trying to find Sheeran, who's ahead of the play. He's got it in front to Kuhn. A one-timer shut down by Rodebush. No rebound. It's a good chance for the Marksmen right there on the doorstep, and that's a confidence-building save for Austin Rodebush, the native of Toledo, Ohio, who had preseason camp with the Toledo Walleye right there in his own backyard. Big body netminder. You see when he explodes out of the net to challenge those shots, he's dangerous. He will make saves on you just like that. That's the type of consistency that the Rail Yard Dogs are looking for out of their number one. Rodebush, one of the 6 former or current Carolina Thunderbirds in this game, as a 2-on-1 is broken up from behind as Velo was a step slow. Chipped toward the net, the Marksmen are able to pitchfork this ahead. Now a foot race. Rodebush wants no part of it. He'll come out of his net to play the puck to Sean Leonard. Chris Paulin, John Batista, Brian Moore, the 3 for the Fayetteville Marksmen. Austin Rodebush, Charlie Pelnick, and Jackson Tucker, who was slated to play in the contest tonight, but did not make the road trip with the Rail Yard Dogs. Those are your 6 that have suited up at least once for the Thunderbirds in the FPHL. Far side wing, this is Nick Ford, who will turn it below the goal line to Brady Hepner. Hepner will give to Ford, far corner. Hanging on to the puck, he backhands to Bryce Martin, whose shot is blocked on the way through. The rebound spun toward the net, but wide of the far post. Into the far side corner, 2-by-2 they battle, and the Marksmen come away with possession. This is sent to the far wing as Struthers lumbers up the ice. Pushes ahead as it'll be dumped in by FX Girard. Back behind the net, Rodebush will turn it. Girard there to take the puck away. Looks to spin it low, misses on the first try. The puck taken by Nick DeVito. DeVito driving as he tries to work his way around Harrison Harper, who is having none of it. Behind the net, Girard takes the puck for the Marksmen. Backhands to the far side wing as he was looking for some help to clear it out. Can't get it. Here's a weak wrist shot in on goal. Pulaski sensing pressure, melts the puck, and will take applause. 14-18 to go in the second period. Rail Yard Dogs leading the Marksmen 2-1.
Baby, we have spiders on every corner outside our house.
Okay, I'll call someone to take care of it.
Baby, we have fire ants all over the yard.
Alrighty, I'll call someone else to take care of that.
Baby, these mosquitoes, you have got to go.
Here we go again.
One call to St. Peter Pest Control provides all these services. Total pest protection for one low monthly payment. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
14-18 to go in the second period. The Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs leading the Fayetteville Marksmen 2-1 from the Crown Coliseum. Drew Blevins alongside you in the broadcast booth for this one. Fayetteville Marksmen return home tomorrow night to take on the Rail Yard Dogs on Peanuts Night. Limited tickets are still available, and you can get yours by skating to marksmanhockey.com and clicking the Tickets tab. Specialty jerseys tomorrow, post-game skate, and an opportunity to have your picture made with Santa Claus. All that and more coming up tomorrow's contest. Marksmen win the face-off from their own zone. This will be poked forward. Roanoke will corral the puck as soon as it crosses the blue line. They'll headman it all the way up. Driving in is Billy Vizzo. Good stick battle. Vizzo wins it, but couldn't get the pass to the slot. Works behind the net. Tried to find O'Day. This puck's taken away, and here come the Marksmen. Batita in a foot race for it as he's one-on-one with Dylan Hill. Batita finishes Hill into the far corner boards. The puck jostles free. It gets behind everybody. Hill escapes and is able to move it up. 2-on-2. The rail yard Dawgs enter the zone. Poked ahead by DeVito with Vizzo now going to chase. Billy Vizzo loses the puck in a bevy of skates. Batita turns with the puck as he's able to get it around of Jeff Jones, and now it's pitchforked all the way up ice. Line held by Sean Leonard. Here's a low wrist shot, tied up in traffic. Pawlowski makes a huge save on a driving Mac Jansen bid from the high slot. Now Leonard holds the line again. Tried to find Jeff Jones, but missed him with a pass that stretched too far. The far side boards, Jeff Jones jockeying for position as he tries to get around of Struthers, who knocks it back. Now another chance for the rail yard Dawgs. High slot. A backhander goes wide as Roanoke has found a penchant for pinning the Marksmen in their own zone. Finally, a little space for the goal scorer, Alex Reynaud. He sends it off the far side glass. It'll go all the way back to Rodebush, who will quickly double time it up the ice to C.J. Stubbs. Dumped in all the way around the far side wing. Struthers picks up the puck for the Marksmen. Just punched ahead. Here comes Nolan Sheeran. Tries to drive around of Leonard and does, but a good play by Roanoke to just shoot it back up the boards. As Tommy Picorni pressures. Marksman just looking to establish possession here. As we told you, Roanoke has allowed the fewest shots on goal of any team in the SPHL this season. Hepner flies it into the slot. Here's an opportunity for Roanoke, but a rolling puck eludes everybody's stick to the point. Charlie Pelnick's bid knocked down by Pawlowski. The rebound still loose, swept behind the net. Harper lost it to Hepner. Now Hepner backhands to Pelnick, top of the near face-off circle. He drives, blocked by Nolan Sheeran. Far side boards, Bryce Martin, fresh legs on the ice. Pokes it to the point. Line held by Hepner. A little roller is stopped by Christian Vela. The far side boards now. Harper trying to get it out off the far glass. Eventually he will. Pelnick will rush back for it with Rodebush out of his net to sweep it to the far boards. Good pressure from behind by the Marksmen. A tie-up on Martin forces him into a play behind the net. We've got a delayed penalty coming up. It's going to go against Fayetteville as Rodebush makes his way to the bench. Matt O'Day has the puck at his own blue line. He'll patrol there and give to DeVito, who will cross ahead into attacking ice. Avoids a hit from Farrell, shoots it around the boards. The Marksmen are waiting for it. They didn't touch it. O'Day tries to pirouette to the point. He does to Travis Armstrong. Laid below the goal line once more. DeVito now. Shot off the near boards up to the point. O'Day gives back to center, and Roanoke is going to regroup at center ice. I'm still not sure how the Marksmen didn't touch that puck. O'Day now, as this gets tied up to Travis Armstrong. He's one-on-one with McNair and will deliver a pass backwards to Dylan Hill. Moved up ice. Pawlowski will step out. He will touch the puck, and now we'll get the penalty against Fayetteville. It'll be a hooking call. As we await the number to go up on the scoreboard, it'll be Renda's penalty. Vinny Renda for hooking right there at the bench side boards. And this is a tough pill to swallow for the Marksmen as this penalty comes 9:17 into the second period. Renda, big-bodied defenseman, played his college hockey at Salve Regina University up in New England. Native of Westmount, Quebec. It's been a good addition for the Marksmen and a good start to the kill here as Fayetteville finds themselves on the Freddy's penalty kill. 3 straight penalties taken by the Marksmen dating back to the 17:04 mark in the first period. And it's one of those opportunities for Roanoke that the next goal, the longer we go down the stretch, looms a little bit larger. Tip toward the net, they score! A bouncing puck gets behind Pawlowski. I think Mac Jansen was the last to touch it. And the rail yard Dogs go up a pair. We told you power play goals. Something that has not always come easy for Roanoke. But that's their third power play goal here in Fayetteville in 2 games. This one comes 9:51 into the contest. If this stands up as Jansen's goal, it'll be his 10th of the season. As now Roanoke looks to kind of finish this one off. The Marksmen have something to say about it. As driving is McNair, looks to the slot for a cutting Bryce Farrell. He got tied up on the way through. At the red line, the Marksmen reaching out after the puck. They've got it. Farrell turns it ahead of the blue line, but it's taken away by Christian Vela. The rail yard Dogs will look to break it back into the zone. Nick Ford spins away from trouble. Gets his way around to Brady Hepner. His shot misses wide of the far post. O'Day trying to hold the line. A little bit of rough stuff at the far side boards. Ford comes away with the puck, delivers a pass to the point for Hill. His shot kicked away by Pawlowski. Now the Marksmen have it at center. McNair didn't recognize the puck was in his skates. Stolen away. Here's McCartney with a shot. Fought off by Pawlowski. Off the end wall. Stepping in to make the play is Sean Leonard, who's had a good game to this point. Physical defenseman out of Rockaway Park, New York. Behind the net now. The Marksmen just trying to get the puck out of the zone. Bryce Farrell sends it to the far side boards, misses everyone. Leonard, the first one back, beats the puck before it hits the goal line, so no icing, and a quick pass into the attacking zone. Vizzo lays it to the far wing. O'Day had the puck go off of his skate and couldn't corral it in time to get his shot off. Far side corner, O'Day looked to move it up to the point. He's frustrated with the pass. It misses everybody, splits the defense, and will go 200 feet down the length of the rink to his own zone. 8:32 to go in the second period. 3-1 rail yard Dogs in the driver's seat. Skated ahead. A pass goes off the attacking skate of Renda out of the box as he stays right there in front of Austin Rodebush. Slapped down the length of the ice. It was tipped, so Pawlowski will play it behind the net and keep everything rolling. Late into open space. That's Sheeran, who moves it up to Don Oliveri. Oliveri top of the near face-off circle. Now Nolan Sheeran. He's taken down. Was able to get the puck below the goal line where Ryan Kuhn got a touch to it. Kuhn pulls away with it. Looked to move it up the far side boards and does, but Jansen took it away, and that'll send a foot race back the other direction. Jarrett Cupp wins it. Shields the puck from C.J. Stubbs, who meets him on the end wall. Put it into open space dangerously, but now John Batista has it. Looks to the near wing. This is Renault. Renault lays it forward, kicked out by Rodebush. Batista has the rebound. Sticks converge there. John Batista backhands to the far boards, all the way back around to the near side. In the corner, Roanoke the first team to it. It's C.J. Stubbs. Knocked down. It's all legal. So we continue play with Batista chasing the puck to the far side corner. Batista knocks his man off of it. He's double teamed and eventually loses it, but he'll get it right back. Plays it behind the net for Alex Renault. He has it in the near corner. Steers it up to the point. Harper lines up for his shot. May have been deflected on the way through. Awkward carry off the end boards, right back in front. Rodebush was unable to trap it, but the rail yard Dogs will pitchfork it down the length of the rink. Reload time for the Marksmen. Harrison Harper sends it off the far side boards to John Batista. He gives it into the middle. A one-timer goes just wide. Batista picks up the puck behind the net. He's got a little bit of help. Eventually taken over by Brady Hepner for Roanoke. He'll skate it up to the safety of center. Dumping it in as he gains the red line with 6:30 to go in the second period. Back behind the net. The Marksmen reaching after it, and they'll get it. Moved up to the far wing. That's Struthers. They'll send it to the near side boards. McCloy lays it around of Armstrong, looking for reinforcements as the Marksmen get a new unit out. Roanoke takes it all the way up the near wing, chipped into the zone by Hepner, with Pawlowski out of his net to set it on a tee for Carter Struthers. Struthers will look up ice, trying to find Bryce Farrell. The pass goes too far. Foot race for it. Farrell wins the race. Everybody thought that there would be a whistle there. There is not, but there will be here as Struthers got his stick out. This will be tripping. Another penalty right in front as Armstrong got into Farrell. And we'll see if there's going to be a pair of penalties after that sequence. And I think there will be. Carter Struthers will go to the box for tripping, and Travis Armstrong will go for Roanoke. We'll sort things out after this commercial break. 3-1 Roanoke leads. 5:48 to go in the second period.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
So from what we can tell, that last sequence, we'll see Carter Struthers go to the box for tripping, and he was protesting the call because he thought the rail yard dog he took down went down a little easily, and there wasn't a lot to that, but if you step on the stick the right way, there doesn't have to be a lot of force behind it. It just has to be there. And I think it was Ford who was chugging his feet to draw the penalty, but then Travis Armstrong got up and into Bryce Farrell. Roughing against Armstrong, who also was not particularly thrilled with the penalty call. Irrelevant at this point. It's the penalty stand, and we'll go 4-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. 5:40 to go in the second period. And a lot of open space out there. And could be a chance for the Marksmen if they get the right group to maybe spring an odd man rush. Far side wing. This is Leonard, who drives the puck into Jansen. He puts it into the low slot. Pulaski didn't have to make a save as it was deflected away by Jeff Jones. I thought Jones was really good last week for the Rail Yard Dogs. He quietly had 3 assists, but also had a goal late in Friday's loss. Somebody that's really starting to come on, a reliable veteran player. 2-on-1 the other way if Roanoke hurries. Back checking is Kuhn to the point, and the pass low for Jansen missed his stick. This one squeaks out to Vela. Far side hash marks. Chipped toward the goal by Leonard. He misses wide. Leonard with a hard hit on Oliveri. He's holding him up on the near side boards. This one jostles free, and now a chance for the Marksmen the other way. Jarrett Cup driving. Tried to cut back to the slot. Lost the puck to McCartney. Now the Rail Yard Dogs turn. 2-on-1 if they hurry. McCartney drives in. He shoots. Pulaski got a piece of it with a blocker. Now back the other way. Batita had the puck, lost it to Matt O'Day as Roanoke will settle in their own zone. John Batita, particularly familiar with facing off against a fair amount of these hockey players, as he saw him as a member of the Carolina Thunderbirds against the Columbus River Dragons last season in a litany of matchups. 8 of them, if I recall correctly, in a weird shortened season down in the FPHL. Matt McNair delivers a pass up to the point. Losing his stick was Harrison Harper as he broke it right in half. Awkwardly, might I add. Storman gives to the far side wing, just slapped in by Oliveri. And Struthers and Armstrong, the pair of twos, come out of the penalty box. Driving in here is Ford. Lost the puck on the way through with 3:30 to go in the second period. A round of Pulaski into the far side corner. Laid behind the net. Vizzo turns to Sean Leonard. He steps into a long wrist shot. Pings off the inboards, and Armstrong holds the line to Nick Ford. Now to Jeff Jones. He has it far side corner. Overskates the puck. Armstrong lays a hit behind the net and knocks the puck free to Vizzo, who has it. He turns and fires. Pulaski looking for it, can't find it, and Jones scores. Nobody picked up Jeff Jones in front. Roanoke leads 4-1. And this may trigger a goaltending change, and it will. Chris Paulin going down the tunnel as he's pulled off the hat. He'll put on the mask and grab the gloves, and Chris Paulin is going to get a chance to make his SPHL debut after Jeff Jones makes it 4-1 almost 17 minutes in to the period. Pawlowski propped up on his leg pads at the top of his goal crease, and Chris Paulin will come in. So for the second straight game here in Fayetteville, the Rail Yard Dogs have chased Jason Pawlowski. And that does not look like a fun conversation he's having with Corey Melkert. With his mask propped up on his head, and Pawlowski's going to head down the tunnel here in a second, I believe. Chris Paulin out of Lockport, New York, making his SPHL debut. He's waited a long time for this, and he's had ups and downs through his careers with various injuries, and he's played in the FPHL and done his time. Here's a quick shot on goal, snared by Austin Rodebush, and Chris Paulin finds himself in an SPHL hockey game for the first time in his career. 2:47 to go in the second period. Rail Yard Dogs lead 4-1.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
2:47 to go in the second period of this one. 4-1 the Rail Yard Dogs in the driver's seat. Jeff Jones, the most recent goal scorer. That triggers Chris Paulin into the hockey game. Paulin played his first 3 years of college hockey at Niagara University, transferred and finished at Corey Melkert's alma mater, SUNY Fredonia. Began his FPHL career with the Carolina Thunderbirds, was traded to the Port Huron Prowlers, reacquired by the Thunderbirds last year. And so far this season with Carolina, Paulin is 3-2-1 with a .355 goals against average and an .894 save percentage. A little bit of a different look for Paulin, who last year was 5-1 with a .930 save percentage, led the FPHL in win percentage, which was a monumental mark considering how good that league was with so many SPHL guys in the league. Here's a pass to the slot that ricochets around. The Marksmen hold it as Oliveri fires one that Rodebush steers into the near side corner. Worked back up the near side wing. C.J. Stubbs has it with Jansen driving 2-on-1. Drops to the trailer. Here's a shot. Paulin gets a piece with the blocker. His first save in the SPHL as Armstrong sweeps to Dylan Hill. They'll play pitch and catch on the blue line. Low shot. Knocked down by Oliveri. He'll send it sky high, and a little three-hopper will make its way into attacking ice where Rodebush wants a chance for an assist. He double times up the ice to Jansen. Backhand pass through the slot. Sticked away by Paulin. The rebound taken by the Marksmen, but they lose it to DeVito. He puts it in open space, and Bryce Farrell suctions it away. Given all the way up to Renda, who will play it to the far side wing. He's driving in looking for a one-timer, but couldn't get his stick to it. Harper holds the line for the Marksmen, but lost the puck as he was overtaken by DeVito, who will dump it in for the Rail Yard Dogs. Back behind the net, McCartney takes the puck for Roanoke. He's double-teamed, but good work to hold and await reinforcements. O'Day knocks it into the near corner. McCartney takes it away from him. He's got to do battle in that far corner, or excuse me, in the near corner rather, with Nolan Sheeran rather. Dumped right back in. Paulin collects it off of his chest. He wants to hold for a whistle, and he will. 59 seconds remaining in the second period. The Rail Yard Dogs in control of this one. 4-1. False start off the ensuing face-off to the glove side of Chris Hit the reset button and do it all over again from the far circle. The Roanoke attacking zone. Rail Yard Dogs will win it to the point. Picorni sent it out to the far wing toward Hepner. Lost it. Fayetteville will regroup. John Batita sends it up ice only to the red line as he was looking for McNair. New combination out for the Marksmen. McNair finds John Batita. He stick handles, crossing on the near wing. Looked to lay it forward for McNair. It was taken away. Now Struthers with a long wrist shot. Rodebush finds it. McNair driving in. Now a shoving match behind the net. Cooler head's going to prevail once again. And you can almost feel this game coming to a head. And you would expect that. It's an emotional contest for both of these teams, and there's a lot of proving going on. Roanoke trying to dig their way back in for a more respectable spot in the standings, as the Rail Yard Dogs right now are 4 points clear of Birmingham for the last playoff spot. But at the same time, they're trailing Evansville for 5th in the league by the same 4-point margin. So things are certainly tightening up. It's a face-off that is eventually won up to the point, as Roanoke will bully their way ahead, but not with possession. Bounce back on net. Rodebush will play it behind the cage. Roanoke just content to bleed clock here and go to the locker room in the second intermission with a 3-goal lead. Marksmen awaiting a 1-2-2 on the forecheck. Finally, we get a little bit of action with just 5 seconds to go in the period. DeVito will play it back. And now we're going to get a fight on the near side boards with the period not quite to a close. One player involved is Brady Hepner. Or pardon, rather, that was Billy Vizzo, 79, not 19. Don Oliveri, the other. Officials are going to sort this one out. I think they're going to send both Vizzo and Oliveri to the locker room here with just a second remaining in a period. They will. That's tough. You can go 2-2 for roughing. You can go 5-5 for fighting. And it looked like more of a tackle and roll around on the ice. Nonetheless, we're going to go 4-on-4, so those are both going to be called roughings. And the officials are ready to drop the puck. Finally, the penalties do go up on the board. Vizzo and Oliveri, 2 minutes each for roughing as the horn ends period number 2. Roanoke strikes twice, Mac Jansen and Jeff Jones, to open up a 4-1 lead in this hockey game. Shots on goal through the second period for the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs, 10, and a game total of 15. For the Fayetteville Marksmen, 5, and a game total of 13. We'll be right back with our second period intermission report after these messages. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Well, a second period that the Fayetteville Marksmen are going to want to rather quickly forget, if at all possible. And right now, the biggest reminder is a 3-goal deficit as they'll head into the final 20 minutes of regulation, as we'll put this period on recap for you. It starts 9:31 into the second with Mac Jansen scoring on the power play. A little shot that kind of squeaks through / around Jason Pawlowski, one that he didn't cleanly corral. It ends up behind him in the goal crease, and Mac Jansen goes diving in for his 10th goal of the season. As Jansen really continues to victimize the Fayetteville Marksmen, he has been on a tear against Fayetteville already in the last 2 games. 5 goals and 3 assists for Jansen. And then Jeff Jones beats Pawlowski on a rebound from a Nick Ford shot, as Ford will be back in the scoring column on his return trip from Adirondack in the ECHL. Jeff Jones with his 6th goal of the season. Travis Armstrong picking up his 10th assist as he leads the Rail Yard Dogs in the category. The Marksmen victimized themselves by taking penalties. They took 3 in that second period. Granted, they were able to get Travis Armstrong to negate one of them against Carter Struthers that opened up the 4-on-4. But I think what you're seeing right now is a Marksman team that is still in a little bit of shock from what they're suffering from a roster perspective. And they're trying to piece it together, but the momentum they had in the first period and the chances they created were non-existent through the middle frame of play, and I think that's something to watch as this weekend goes on. The fact of the matter is the roster isn't going to change this weekend. Now, when the calendar turns over and you're taking on the Macon Mayhem Thursday, December 16th, which will be the Marksmen's next game after Sunday's contest against Knoxville, yeah, things are going to look a lot more normal, and you're going to see a more normally executed strategy at a level that the Marksmen have been able to execute at so far. But for right now, this is just the way things are, and you have to find a way to adapt, or this is going to be the result. And I think this is going to be a test for Corey Melkert and Jason Binkley in finding a strategy that works with this group. And the fact of the matter still remains is the Marksmen have had a penchant at times in hockey games to score in bunches. But you're going against a Roanoke team that prides itself on playing defensive hockey, a team that does not allow a ton of shots on goal, and a team that last time they had a lead here in this building were able to lock it down and, in fact, add to it in the third period. So you're fighting an uphill battle if you're the Fayetteville Marksmen, but the comforting thing is you're going to get a real good look at potential players, and you're going to get to check the depth of your roster. You're also going to see who potential leaders can be when you're without Taylor Best, who's been really leading the charge in scoring with 16 points, and you're relying almost solely on Matt McNair and Taylor McCloy and perhaps a jump into the rush from Don Oliveri. Things get tough. Plain and simple as that. They get tough, but Corey Melkert was candid in his pregame interview, talked about wanting to find a way, and while right now it's a very slim light at the end of the tunnel, there is one shining nonetheless. We're going to step aside for a quick commercial break. Coming back from it, we'll take a couple of listeners' submitted questions up here in the broadcast booth during our Ask the Voice segment. This is Marksman Hockey.
Marky.
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
We welcome you back inside the Crown Coliseum and inside the broadcast booth, where we take a couple of listeners-submitted questions during our Ask the Voice segment. If you have a question you want answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, all you have to do is email me at dblevins, that's DBLEVINS, at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, and a good question about hockey or the Marksman organization. Our first question comes from Shirley, who's listening along in Shatley Springs, North Carolina, all the way out in the northwest corner in Ashe County. Shirley wants to know, why are hockey pants sometimes called breezers? And I'll be honest, this is one question that had me stumped, so I had to do a little bit of research on this, and it goes back to the early part of hockey as we know it as a sport, when the pants, the padded protective pants, were just becoming a more bulky piece of equipment and something that had a little bit more padding to it and less of just a stylistic decision. And from what I found, it was due to a Minnesota manufacturer calling them breezers. The manufacturer has been lost to time, but the comparison has been very similar to Cooperalls. That has the manufacturer name in it. The manufacturer was centered in the state of Minnesota and sold gear throughout the state, but went no further east toward the Atlantic Ocean, and in the region they became known as breezers. And rather quickly, what kind of started to happen is people realized if you weren't wearing anything under the protective pants, it was getting a little breezy. And I can tell you from a first-hand experience, you have to find a way to stay warm under the protective equipment, and different guys have different ways of doing that. But that's kind of the history of the term breezers as compared to hockey pants. And when you're in Minnesota and Michigan and in southern Canada, especially around southern Ontario, that's what they're going to be referred to, is breezers. So a fantastic question from Shirley out in Shatley Springs, North Carolina. And our next question comes from Sam, and Sam is listening along in Wake Forest, North Carolina, right there close to the Triangle. And he wants to know, do players always stay on their same line, or do they switch during a game? Great question, because I don't think we do an awesome job of discussing the game strategy so much. Coaches rather often, more often than you think, will mix players on lines. They'll go with unit packages for special teams, but just because you see your name or your favorite player's name on a line chart or a line rush doesn't mean they're going to be there by the time the third period rolls around. Different instances throughout the game. Injury, bumps, bruises, the ways guys are playing, something that you notice in the opposing team's strategy, that can trigger a change in the line you're playing in, can up your ice time, can lessen your ice time, and it really all depends on the coaching staff to how that works out. So thank you to Shirley and thank you to Sam for their questions. If you want to have one of your questions answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, all you have to do is email me at dblevins, that's DBLEVINS at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, a good question about hockey or the Marksman organization. We'll be right back after these messages to take you on a quick spin around the SPHL. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to the Crown Coliseum for the final time in our second period intermission report. Let's go for a quick spin around the SPHL. We'll start things off at the Von Braun Center in a rare situation where the home team is trailing. The Evansville Thunderbolts have a 2-1 lead on the Huntsville Havoc. Still a lot of hockey left to be played. 3:30 to go in the first period there. Pensacola has opened the offense against Macon, just ending the first period from the Bay Center. They lead the Mayhem 3-1. Peoria and Quad City duking it out from the TaxSlayer Center. Right now it's the Storm leading the Rivermen 2-1 with about 3:45 to go in the first period. Knoxville has scored first to open up a 1-0 lead from the Pelham Civic Center in Birmingham as they lead the Bulls 1-0 just beyond the 5-minute mark into the opening frame of play. Here in Fayetteville, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs have 4 goals on 15 shots. The Marksmen looking for a comeback effort in the third. Third period puck drop is next.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Marksmen are going to need a comeback effort of Herculean proportions here in period number 3, as they trail the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs 4-1. Chris Paulin brought in relief of Jason Pulaski, who had a rather animated conversation with Corey Melkert as he exited the hockey game. It's the second straight home start for Pulaski where he's been lifted early. Meanwhile, Austin Rodebush trying to lock things down for what would be his 4th win of the season. The Marksmen still have a lot to say about that. We'll start the period 4-on-4 with Billy Vizzo and Don Oliveri in the penalty box after matching roughing minors at the tail end of the first period. 1 minute and 59 seconds remaining on both of their penalties. As away we go with period number 3 and the Marksmen winning the opening draw. Skated up ice by Fayetteville's Jarrett Cupp as he lost the puck at his own blue line to O'Day and had to throw it into open space where Sam Storman will go to chase. Drops it back for Jarrett Cupp. Far side faceoff circle of his own zone. Lays it ahead for Storman, who will shoot it into the zone around the glass. Line held in as McCloy drives, tried to lift it in on Rodebush, who made the save off of his shoulder blades, awkwardly pinning himself on the near side goal post. Ahead for Matt O'Day, who brings it up ice for Roanoke. Ahead on the near side wing, gains the red line and dumps it in. Jarrett Cupp will go below the goal line to retrieve the puck on the fresh ice. 45 seconds gone by here in period number 3. The Marksmen trailing the Rail Yard Dogs 4-1. Chris Paulin patrolling his goal crease with Brady Hepner watching. Jarrett Cupp starts to the far side wing and now will swing a pass to the near side for Alexi Girard. Puts it into the middle of the ice. Here's a chance, a takedown on the way through. This will be a penalty on Bryce Martin. And the Marksmen are going to go back on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. It'll be 4-on-3 for 57 seconds after the hooking call to Bryce Martin. Penalty comes 1:02 into the frame. Bryce Martin will have a seat for hooking. Marksmen do have a power play goal today. Came back in the first period from Alex Renault. Memory serves, this will be the first 4-on-3 power play for the Marksmen this season. It's taken us 15 games into the year to get to this. But a lot of open space out there, and a good start to the kill for Roanoke as Hepner got to stick to the puck. And he'll send the Marksmen all the way back into their own zone to chase it. Shielding is Jarrett Cupp. He'll give it up and get it right back, and we'll start things on the breakout. As Renault on the near side, swings it instead to the far wing. Girard spins away from trouble, and Travis Armstrong picks it up for Roanoke. Pressured by one man, but gets it up ice. This could be a 2-on-1 for Roanoke. Hepner with Vela driving, tried to get it to him. He was matched up stick to stick, and now Jarrett Cupp brings it up ice. to Alex Renault, the goal scorer. He's got a lane down the near wing. Renault with a long wrist shot that misses wide of the glove side of Rodebush will catch the boards and drift all the way back to the Marksman defensive zone. 9 seconds to go in the 4-on-3 power play. The Marksmen will then have an additional minute on the man advantage. It'll just be a 5-on-4 traditional power play. Out of the box comes Vizzo, who gave a whack at Nolan Sheeran as the Marksman turned and fired into the zone. Struthers, the defenseman, stepping up to hold the line. He's bodied up, gets the puck into the slot. Now to Oliveri, has it top of the near face-off circle. Jeff Jones ties him up as the puck bounces below the goal line. Jansen gave it all the way across the far wing. Roanoke unable to get it out. Now Oliveri's got a lane near face-off circle. Here it comes. He misses wide. Line held up at the point. Shoveled to the far side corner as Fayetteville resets at the far face-off circle. Sheeran sends it off the far boards up to the point. Struthers turns to Sheeran. He'll call and get it right back. Now to Sam Storman. He'll find Don Oliveri near face-off circle looking for a lane. He shoots right off the crest of the uniform of Rodebush. Roanoke unable to clear. Storman holding the line. Swings it to the near wing Renault. Up to the point, Sam Storman looking. Turns to Oliveri near face-off circle. Sends it low. Rodebush pokes the puck free as we go back to even strength. Out of the box is Leonard. He's driving with Jansen. It's a 2-on-1. Leonard holding, gives to the trailer. They shoot. It never got on goal. Bodies flying everywhere. The rail yard Dawgs unable to get the shot off on the odd man rush with Sean Leonard coming out of the penalty box. We stay 4-1 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds gone by in the third period. This is McCartney, who sends it behind the net. He was looking for a driving Nick Ford. Puck taken by the Marksman's Jarrett Cupp, the far wing. Backhands it up forward as he was looking for John Batista. Now a pass in front. Paulin makes the save and melts it. Chris Paulin's best save of the hockey game so far on a backdoor pass that he flashes leather. He's able to make a pad save and give no rebound. It's fun to see a guy like Chris Paulin get rewarded for continual hard work. He's a guy who constantly works, and I don't know if many of you have had the opportunity to see his highlight tapes or anything he did at Niagara, Fredonia, the Carolina Thunderbirds, the Port Huron Prowlers, but he will go out on the ice with no net, no shooters, no puck, and for an hour just drill footwork. That's how dedicated he is to the position. And I know his general manager in Carolina, Kelly Curl, has called him a pro's pro. Breakaway chance for the Marksmen. Rodebush says, no, where's the puck? Rodebush nearly drove himself too far into the net on the breakaway, and tight. He keeps it out. It remains 4-1. 15:50 to go in the third period. A couple of chinks showing in the Roanoke armor. It's a rail yard dog group that has struggled throughout most of the year playing with the lead. And they've been in some tight hockey games, but last time they were here in Fayetteville, they controlled the game rather nicely with a 4-2 lead that Mac Jansen extended to 5-2 in the last minute, capping a hat trick, and they'd love nothing more than to see that here. Marksman with a good start to this period. Here's a shot from the point that Rodebush catches and holds on to. Don Oliveri with the drive from the far point. And Oliveri is one of those veteran guys that Taylor McCloy alluded to in his interview back in the first intermission as somebody that you're going to kind of lean on. A veteran guy who's welcoming in a lot of new, in some cases younger faces into the locker room, and somebody you need to be there to help make that new group comfortable. Jeff Jones knocks the puck free to Tommy Picorni, who's unable to get it out. And now Sean Leonard has it, curling around of Rodebush's net. Leonard will hang on to it, the near side of the goaltender's trapezoid before he saunters up the ice. Sends a pass off the far side boards. This will be icing if it makes the goal line, which it does. We'll get another pause with 15:19 to go in the third period. And another thing, I think, the more staccato this third period gets played, the more it favors the Marksmen. A group shorthanded, hasn't played together very often, but they're getting breathers, a chance to discuss strategy on the bench, and you can see heads bobbing up and down, hand gestures. There's still a good energy on that Marksman bench, and something that they're going to want to keep up if they have hope in coming back in this one, but also just to set a tone and a message for tomorrow's game as well. Dumped in by Jeff Jones to the bench side corner boards. Oliveri, the first there for the Marksmen. He takes a couple of steps forward to the far face-off circle. Sends a pass that was intended for Batita, knocked free, and now Roanoke has it. Pushes the puck forward. Batita will go to the far corner to engage with his former teammate, Charlie Pelnick. Those two just played together last Saturday night. The Carolina Thunderbirds lost in overtime to the Danbury Hat-Tricks in Winston-Salem. Held on to by Fayetteville. They try to break it out up the near side boards. Return to senders. Girard has to regroup to the far boards. Batita starts his engine, lays it forward, and the puck rather awkwardly hit off of a Roanoke glove, went over the blue line and back, and that will give us a whistle and a pause. 14:27 to go in the third period. Roanoke leading 4-1.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
14:27 remaining in the hockey game. Roanoke leading Fayetteville 4-1. Face-off will be to the glove side of Austin Rodebush. Rodebush, as we told you in the pregame, a guy that's looking to get his game back to where it was last season and the year before. I thought it was really insightful by the Rail Yard Dawgs and their play-by-play voice, Mitch Stewart, just to talk about Dan Bremner is very confident in all three of his goaltenders. He wants them to compete for who's going to be number one. And right now it's a two-horse battle with Henry Dill still in the IR. But as soon as he comes back, it's a dangerous goal crease for Roanoke between Dill, Clays, and Rodebush. Behind the net, Dylan Hill sends it out to the far wing. Vizzo is able to lift it all the way up through center. And Fayetteville will settle in their own zone. Marksmen take it at the far side boards. Eventually bounce back up through center. Driving in is Alexis Girard as he's separated from the puck but gets it right back. Looking to get back to the point by skating it there. Eventually he has to pass it up for Harrison Harper, who just pitchforks it down deeper into the zone. Out on the far wing, this puck bounces over the stick of Vinny Renda, who lost his twig in a bevy of humanity at the far side red line. Now the Marksmen dump it in. Bryce Farrell on his horse, watching Picorni over his shoulder, braces for contact as he takes the puck. Farrell gives it all the way up for Girard. His one-timer is knocked down by Austin Rodebush, but Girard using that reach, or pardon rather, it's Struthers holding the line instead. Held it for a couple of seconds before eventually the traffic overtakes him. Backhanded pass. This is Struthers, top of the near face-off circle. He spins out of trouble from Picorni, sends it into the near corner. Marksman hanging on to the puck. Here's a drive, tipped in front, they score! Poked in at the far side goal post, and we're not done yet, 4-2. Good things happen when you throw the puck to the net. For the Marksmen, that's a tone-setting goal, not only for the rest of this hockey game, but for the rest of this weekend series against Roanoke. We'll have the official scoreline for you in a moment. Timeout's going to be called here. 12:50 to go in the third period. I think this is a telling sign as Roanoke has called timeout. FX Girard's going to get credit for the tap in on the far goal post. Farrell and Struthers the assist for Carter Struthers. His first point of the season comes in his first game back. FX Girard, third goal of the season for the product of Westfield State. As the two teams break from the timeout, this game looks rather different. Much to the Marksmen credit, they're pushing here. Jansen thwarted at the blue line as Jarrett Cupp will just poke it back into attacking ice and let the forward core go to chase. Roanoke sends it all the way ahead. In front of everyone is C.J. Stubbs, near corner. Avoids a body check, curls to the front of the net. A backhand pass off of Paulin. The rebound bounces to the far side boards. A little roller is eventually taken by Batita. It's a 2-on-1 for the Marksmen. John Batita driving in, gives to Renault, he shoots! Great stop by Rodebush, challenging Alex Renault. Batita sends it up to the point off the stick of Jarrett Cupp, as I'm not sure he expected that pass to get through cleanly. A little roller settled by Jarrett Cupp. He bounces it off the near boards, and Bryce Martin will send it ahead. Intercepted, Cupp slides around his man, comes back to the puck, has help from Renault to knock it free. He'll poke it back toward Austin Rodebush. Dylan Hill standing in the way. This is sent off the near side boards, and it rolls all the way back ahead of the blue line to Cupp. Turns it over to Nick DeVito on the far side. He's rocked by Don Oliveri, knocked the puck free for Batita. Now on the far side wing, the Marksmen will break it out to the near boards. Renault turning with it. Gives into the middle of the ice. Another chance for the Marksmen maybe brewing, as they tried to give this one all the way up for Renda, but he overskates the puck. DeVito dumps it in for Roanoke, directly in back of Paulin. To the far side boards. A rolling puck caught up on the kick plate. Fayetteville just trying to get it out. They'll spread and find a passing lane, settling the pace here with 11 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the third period. In the trapezoid, the Marksmen looking up ice. And a good chance started by what has been a makeshift top line of John Batita, Alex Renault, and Taylor McCloy. This one ricochets off the skate of Ryan Kuhn. But the Marksmen regroup, and Renda was a little happy to get into the zone. Kuhn was still in front of the blue line. This will be offside with 10:45 to go in the third period. Told you in Marksman pregame, you don't know how many chances you're going to get, so converting on a high percentage of them is critical for Fayetteville this entire weekend. But I think what's been more important in this game, arguably, and looking at kind of the forecast of the weekend remaining, the Marksmen have done a very nice job of creating opportunities in this hockey game. They haven't converted on all of them, but they did score a power play goal, had a rebound goal that goes in here in the third period, a couple of odd man rushes, and it's just one of those things that you need another couple of breaks to go right, but making your own luck is something that this team has found a way to do in this game. A little roller taken by Brady Hepner. He'll be able to pitchfork it ahead. Now a chance for Nick Ford on his backhand, well defended by the Marksmen, without a shot getting on to Chris Paulin. Roanoke in this period, at the halfway mark, has only had 2 shots on goal. Meanwhile, the Marksmen haven't blown the puck by anybody necessarily, but they do have 4. As Paulin makes a blocker save to send it far corner. Brought ahead down the far side wing. A hard takedown on Batita as this puck jostles free to Travis Armstrong. Feeds Mac Jansen down the near wing. Batita watching him closely as it rolls in on to Paulin. He accepts the puck and freezes it as the Clans gather all around the goaltender Chris Paulin. 9:30 to go in period number 3. The Marksmen trying to make a game of it, still trailing by a pair.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Nine minutes, 30 seconds to go in regulation. Here from the Crown Coliseum in Fayetteville, North Carolina, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs leading the Fayetteville Marksmen 4-2. And oddly enough, nobody has multiple goals in this game. It always seems like when these two teams meet, somebody is having an offensive night to remember. And, well, to be quite honest with you, the offense has been spread around nicely. The top line has been dangerous for Roanoke, with both Jeff Jones and Mac Jansen contributing in the second period with goals. The Marksmen looking to finish a comeback. This is an awkward bounce off the end wall. Oh, Chris Paulin twice! A rolling puck goes back behind the net. Paulin was spread eagle in the goal crease as this one-timer pitchforked over top the net into the protective netting and out of play. Paulin spread out at the far side goalpost, got a piece of it with his leg pad, and makes a huge stop to keep his team down just 2. Don Oliveri is going to lobby that one-timer was not tipped. He's still having words with Joe Genovese, and Joe Genovese followed him right to the bench. I don't know, that was tough to see from this angle. There was only one stick in the way, and I didn't hear the clack. Face-off will stay in the Marksman defensive zone to the glove side of Paulin. It's won by Fayetteville, and Carter Struthers will collect the puck. Backhands to the far side corner. Here come the Marksmen. Chipped all the way to the near wing. Driving and looking for a lane is Ryan Kuhn. Dumped in. Rodebush out of his net to play it. Sends it to the far side corner as Roanoke is able to cleanly break this one out. Nick DeVito sends it to the far wing for Billy Vizzo, who's had a nice game so far. Vizzo runs back behind the net. He's met by Carter Struthers, who knocks the puck free. Squaring up is Kuhn. He'll dump it in down the near side wing. Rodebush out of his net to play it. Gerard chasing the puck as Renault goes into chase. Top unit back out for the Marksman. McCloy searching after the puck. He'll get a little bit of help from his defense to try to play it forward. Off of a body as Leonard lost his footing, but took the puck off of his shin pad, and it'll bounce all the way down behind of Chris Paulin. Skated out from behind the net, so the Marksman will bring it up and ahead. Down the far wing. Here's a shot by McNair, snared, and held on to by Austin Rodebush. If you want to celebrate your birthday or your child's birthday with the Fayetteville Marksmen, give our offices a call at 910-321-0123 or skate to marksmanhockey.com/birthday packages. All of our birthday packages come with 15 game tickets, a photo with Markey, and a lifelong worth of memories. That's marksmanhockey.com/birthday packages. Hanging on to the puck here is McCloy. He'll push it back to his defensive group. The Marksmen are thwarted at center on break-in attempt number 1. Now a stretch pass goes off a stick on the way through, and this will ricochet about 10 rows deep in the seats. Nice souvenir for a fan up in the seating bowl here. Pretty cool to see a couple of fans dressed up in their bomber jackets and their aviator sunglasses here on Top Gun night. High-flying action through most of this one, and it's been a fun one. Dylan Hill hanging on to the puck after a face-off win for the Rail Yard Dogs. He'll find Armstrong on a stick lift, no icing. Paulin, sensing trouble, will touch the puck and melt it. 7:39 to go in period number 3. These two teams will duke it out all over again tomorrow night on Peanuts Night. Limited tickets still remain. You can get yours by skating to marksmanhockey.com and clicking the tickets tab. Just some of the things we have going on tomorrow. Specialty jersey auction post-game, a post-game skate, and don't forget to visit the big man himself as Santa Claus will be in town. Off the draw they score. Mac Jansen pokes it through the 5-hole of Paulin and extends the Roanoke lead to 5-2. An awkward bounce as that puck went right up on edge and got between the legs of Paulin. Slides by him. Rail Yard Dawgs are up 3. Jansen's second of the game. It'll come 12-24 into the contest. And Roanoke once again finds a way just to beat one defenseman, get himself in a high percentage area, and Jansen has been the marksman killer. Backdoor pass to Jeff Jones after another blown coverage. We've got a penalty called by Joe Genovese, the referee standing at the near side. It'll be a tripping call. That'll go against Roanoke. CJ Stubbs will have a seat. Stubbs' penalty comes 12:39 into the third period. Marksmen go back onto the St. Peter Pest Control power play. St. Peter Pest Control provides year-round pest control solutions. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. Marksmen do have a power play goal today. It came from Alex Reynaud back in the first period. They'll look to build on that success here as Matt McNair makes a move at the blue line. Sends a low wrist shot off the stick of O'Day. McNair gets to his own rebound and turns it up to the point. Oliveri swings for Jarrett Cup, back for Oliveri. He claps a one-timer on goal. Rodebush got a piece of it with a goal stick. Cleared off the stick of McNair, who took 50% of the speed off that clearing attempt and was just able to hold it at center. Now Reynaud driving. Sends it off the end wall as it'll bounce all the way to the far wing. Oliveri quarterbacks. Finds Matt McNair, top of the near face-off circle. Below the goal line, Reynaud looking for a pass. It's shoveled into the clutches of Austin Rodebush, who will hang on with 6:28 to go in the third period. And that's going to be the name of the game right now for Austin Rodebush, is nothing risky, cover the puck. Something that he has historically done very well throughout the course of his career. Face-off will be to his blocker's side with 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining on the power play. Here's a drive off of his stick into the very top of the protective meshing. Nice catch on the blade of the stick by Travis Armstrong. No points for that, it just looked cool. The face-off will go to the opposite side. Far face-off circle in the marksman attacking zone. Fayetteville wins this one. McCartney pushing, nearly took himself out of the play as Oliveri regroups. Thomas Clayton, and now to the near side, Nolan Sheeran sends a quick shot on goal. Rodebush says no. Storman will cycle to the point for Oliveri. He winds and fires through traffic. Rodebush got the stick to it and kicks it into the far corner where Travis Armstrong will send it the length of the rink. Rodebush will stop the puck in the goaltender's trapezoid as the marksmen come back to retrieve. 29 seconds to go on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Through the middle of the ice, the pass is intercepted and sent off the far side glass by Picorni all the way down the length of the rink. Or begging your pardon, rather, that was Charlie Pelnick. Oliveri cycling behind Chris Paulin. Sends a pass through the middle of the ice, and here come the marksmen. Into the zone. This is FX Girard hanging on to the puck here. He's met stick to stick by Bryce Martin. The pass to Oliveri. Settled to the far side wing. Now to the far corner. In front. Score! Matt McNair plays pinball and puts it in. How does he do it? Matt McNair, the SPHL leader in rookie scoring, sent that puck off the far defenseman Sean Leonard and into the net. 5-3. It will be an even strength marker. Don't think for 1 second that was not intentional by Matt McNair either. That's not one that's from the point that ricochets off the skate and you get lucky. Matt McNair had his eyes on the target, and he played pinball in the best way possible. To the goal line, icing is the call against the Marksmen. 4:55 to go in the third period. Roanoke up 2 as we step aside for our final break of the hockey game.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
5-3 the score with 4:55 to go in the third period. The Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs leading the Fayetteville Marksmen. Marksmen have won the third period 2-1, and they hung around in the first. But right now, the 2 goals in the second period from Mac Jansen and Jeff Jones remain the difference. A 5-3 hockey game. And much to their credit, Marksmen had an off-middle frame. They've since surged back to take the lead in shots on goal. So the Marksmen have 9 in this period. And may not sound like much, but that's very good against a Roanoke defense that has allowed the fewest shots on goal in the SPHL this year. Behind the net, a little one-hand pass. In traffic, O'Day takes it, shoots it off the far glass. That eludes Storman and will send Harrison Harper back. This is across the goal line, but icing was waived by the far linesman, Phil Roosler. Marksmen will start things up from behind their own net. Through center, O'Day dispossesses Sam Storman, puts it in space to Vito. Curling, looking for a shooting lane, taken away from him. Kicked up ice. As Armstrong will take it for Roanoke. Had it through center for a moment. This will be backhanded into the zone as Oliveri got tied up with Dylan Hill, his number opposite. Pitchforked ahead all the way down the length of the ice. The puck on edge won't make the goal line. Jarrett Cup goes back to retrieve. Just a hair under 4 minutes to go in this third period. A headman pass. That may not have been touched. This will be icing against the Marksmen. .345 to go in the third period. 5-3, Roanoke leads. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Chris Paulin. Matt McNair will take the draw for the Marksmen against Christian Vela. McNair wins it. This could spring a chance for the Marksmen if they hustle. Brought up ice and dumped in. Chasing behind is Nolan Sheeran. Far side boards. McNair lays it below the goal line again. Roanoke is there as Nick Ford backhands it all the way down. This is going to reach the goal line, and this will be icing against the Rail Yard Dogs with 3:26 to go in the third period. If you're Corey Melkert and Jason Binkley, the thought has at least occurred to you to lift Chris Paulin. But you wonder at what time frame is most appropriate. How much time do you give this offensive group to try to put in one quickly here? Offensive zone draw is won by the Marksmen. FX Girard will touch to Oliveri. He's got space bullying his way through. Lifts a backhander just wide. Takedown in the goal crease as Oliveri took a slash. No penalty. Here's a rolling puck. Oliveri in the backhand. Rodebush finds it and covers. And now we're going to get a fight right by Austin Rodebush. Oliveri and Sean Leonard. Leonard raining down punches as he hit Oliveri in the back of the head after Oliveri had skated away. And we'll see what is to come of this. Oliveri is going to lobby for an extra penalty against Leonard. And I believe Oliveri is going to be ejected from this hockey game as Joe Genovese just pointed to the locker room, and he will be. And Oliveri's whole problem there is he got punched in the back of the head. Corey Melkert already on the front step of the bench. And what in the first 10 seconds looked like it was going to be a simple pair of 5-minute majors for fighting now has a whole litany of interpretations that you can go to. Oliveri, the oldest player on this Marksman team, at 30 years old, has been around this league for a long time. Played a lot of hockey in the SPHL, well respected by his teammates and opponents. Big engine guy. Never stops going and only plays the game at full speed. So Travis Armstrong will stand at the official circle with Jarrett Cupp. And those two will await the interpretation of this altercation. I think Oliveri's right in one vein. That's a sucker punch by Sean Leonard, but the whole problem is the gloves had already come off, and as Oliveri tried to peel away, Leonard was just getting a grip, and it all happened so quickly and so close together that, understanding things from Leonard's side, he's just swinging at what's moving and what had a hold of him. And Oliveri was ejected not for the fight, but for whatever was said in the journey from the fight location to the penalty box. Jarrett Cupp is the first to leave the official circle. He'll relay things over to Corey Melkert, who will peer at his newly adorned alternate captain, and will await for any extraneous penalty to be put up on the scoreboard here at the Crown Coliseum. 3 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the third period of this one. The Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs leading 5-3. We'll see if you can hear the crowd reaction. And while nothing has gone up on the scoreboard yet, that would signal to me that the public address announcer, Ray St. Peter, just delivered some disheartening news to an invested crowd here at the Crown Coliseum. Now, whether that comes in the form of a Freddy's penalty kill upcoming for the Marksmen or just the news that Oliveri had been ejected, I don't know. Now, there's your answer. Oliveri has been given an extra 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, now I'm confused because there has been a 5-minute major penalty given to Sean Leonard. But I'm not sold that's an extraneous major yet. Or is it? Is that going to stand as right? That is. Well, that's the way it's looking now. Folks, I'll be honest, I have not seen this much general discombobulation. Right now, the scoreboard says we should be playing 4-on-4 hockey. Instead, we're 4-on-3. Now the Marksmen will bring an extra body on. And yeah, Oliveri was not given a fighting major. He was given a unsportsmanlike minor on his way to the box. So the fighting major will go against Leonard. We're going to go 4-on-4, and with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the game, the Marksmen are going to go on the power play. Phil Roosler is over at the Marksman bench. Jason Binkley is beside himself. Roanoke wins the draw. And in that case, if there's no fighting major to Don Oliveri, what Jason Binkley is going to be upset about there is going to be that Oliveri was being escorted to the penalty box. And that's a strange one. That's a very, very strange one to me. Floated in on to Chris Paulin, who will catch the pop fly, set it on top of his net, skate away for a face-off in his zone with 2:46 to go in the third period. A lot of open space out there, and Corey Melkert has the ear of Joe Genovese. Has Corey Melkert just been ejected from the game? I think he has. There's some finger wagging, some gesturing, and an unsportsmanlike penalty given to Corey Melkert. He's been ejected from the hockey game. Joe Genovese is going to have some words as Melkert goes down the tunnel. Jason Binkley now is going to have the ear of the referee. And this is all stemming from the altercation that happened with 3:10 to go in the hockey game down here next to Austin Rodebush. This could take a while. Jason Binkley is one of the smartest minds in SPHL hockey. Career ECHL defenseman, played in the NCAA National Championship game at Ferris State. He knows the game better than most coaches I've been around. And I'm sure that that was a lecture about the game and the rule book that was worth hearing from Jason Binkley. Game misconduct to Corey Melkert. Jason Binkley takes over as the active bench boss, patrolling behind the Marksman bench. And now Roanoke changing lines here. Both teams changing lines here. There's nothing illegal about that line change. The whistle had not blown. Now it does. Marksmen are having to send somebody over to serve the penalty, which was originally being served by Alexi Girard. There's no extraneous penalty up on the scoreboard. We're still playing 4-on-4 hockey. No, we're not. It's a 4-on-3 matchup. There's been no penalty put up on the scoreboard. Marksman fans are letting Joe Genovese and company hear it. So the Marksmen, despite the fact the scoreboard says differently, will go onto the Freddy's penalty kill. Slid to the middle, the puck poked just wide. Ford will give it to Armstrong, back for Nick Ford. He holds, he fires, Paulin takes it off the leg pad. Marksman can't clear on the first attempt. Armstrong with help from Jeff Jones to hold the line. 2 minutes to go in the third period. To the near side wing, Jones twirls it up to the point. Armstrong across, one-timer scored. Nick Ford camps out in the far face-off circle, scores on the one-timer, 6-3. Welcome back to the SPHL, Nick Ford, who has had himself an admirable evening with a goal and an assist after a 6-game call-up to Adirondack. Goal comes 18:03 into the third period, and that one might just be the one to do it. So we'll return to 4-on-4. And I'm still confused as to why the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty to Corey Melkert never went on the scoreboard. Irrelevant now. 6-3, the Rail Yard Dogs looking to advance above 500 for the first time this season. They'll be 5-4-4. The Marksmen will fall to a .667 win percentage at 10-5. And they'll do a little scoreboard watching to see the final of Evansville and Huntsville. Here comes McCartney. Maybe time for one more with 90 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Marksmen are going to push a little bit further up ice. I can tell you this. I don't know what was said by Corey Melkert. I don't venture to know what the argument was, and I'll do my best to avoid conjecture, but if you could hear what we were picking up on the crowd mic and the fervor of this crowd that this team had given to them, in hopes of late-game heroics where the Marksmen have been good in the third period up to that point. It's going to set the table for a fiery matchup tomorrow. Off the end wall, the Marksmen will skate in to grab the puck and turn it to the point. 45 seconds to go in the game. High slot. Hard hit delivered by Hepner. Could be a breakaway chance for Jansen, who's already scored twice in the game. He awaits reinforcements, but the pass is knocked down on a solid defensive play by Jarrett Cupp. Carter Struthers will take the puck. 29 seconds remaining in the game. Backhanded in the near wing and dumped in by the Marksman. Rodebush out of his net to play it. He shields himself as this puck comes screaming out. This will go all the way down. A perfunctory icing will be waved off, and Paulin wanted to call. He won't get it. 10 seconds to go in the hockey game. As the Fayetteville Marksmen had chances in this one, scored some big goals late, but ultimately just run out of time. Final score, the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs 6, the Fayetteville Marksmen 3. And the Marksmen will come out and salute their fans. And they'll understand that they had opportunities in this one, and they'll look to sharpen things up for tomorrow's contest and a rematch with the Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs. We'll step aside for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with our Bubba's 33 3 Stars and Marksman postgame. This is Marksman Hockey.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Bitter pill to swallow tonight for the Fayetteville Marksmen as we welcome you back into the broadcast booth here at the Crown Coliseum. The Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs prevail victorious in this one. The final score, Roanoke 6 and the Fayetteville Marksmen 3. Let's go ahead and put this game on reset for you. It started off less than 5 minutes in with Tommy Picorni firing a hard wrist shot over the outstretched arm of Jason Pulaski. Picorni's first goal of the season, assisted by Nick DeVito, who had himself a very nice game tonight. And Sean Leonard scoring his third assist of the season. The Marksmen are able to find a way to answer, though, on the power play. Alexandre Renault with his first SPHL goal, assisted by Don Oliveri and Ryan Kuhn. Made it 1-1. The Marksmen did surrender a goal to Matt O'Day on a feed from Mac Jansen, who ended the night with 3 points. He's our number one star, brought to you by Bubba's 33. More on that in a moment. And going into the first intermission, while the Marksmen were down 2-1, it never felt like the game was out of reach. And even through the middle part of the second period, Fayetteville created chances, and they were right there all the way. But a power play marker for Mac Jansen as he dives through the goal crease over top of Jason Pulaski to make it 3-1. Then Jeff Jones buries a rebound, 16:07 into the period. That made it 4-1. Jason Pulaski removed from the hockey game. Chris Paulin comes in relief with 3:09 to go in the middle period. Pulaski being pulled for his second straight home game, and he was having a conversation with Corey Melkert as he skated off the ice, and I don't think he was a huge fan of being pulled in that situation. And as a former goaltender myself, it's a point of pride. You want to stay in, and it's just like a baseball pitcher. You want to finish your games, and I'll be interested to talk with Corey Melkert tomorrow about what it was that triggered that decision at that point in the hockey game, because ultimately it was one that spearheaded a comeback effort for the Marksmen. It didn't start in the second. It started shy of the midway point in the third period. FX Girard scoring his third goal of the season, 7:10 into the period, assisted by Bryce Farrell and Carter Struthers. Struthers getting his first SPHL point of the season in his first game since coming back from a call-up to the ECHL. But ultimately, Mac Jansen scores again off a draw at the far side face-off circle, rolling one through the 5-hole of Chris Paulin. Matt McNair would put the Marksmen a little bit closer at the halfway mark of the third period, and I really thought the Marksmen were going to have a chance there at the end, and then we had a fight break out between Don Oliveri and Sean Leonard. Oliveri grabbed hold of Leonard, threw a semi-punch, more of a shove really, and then Leonard turned and swung and hit him in the back of the head. That knocked Oliveri down. He didn't want to fight anymore. He crouches down, protects himself. Leonard keeps raining in punches. And I think what shocked everybody is Oliveri was the one that was accosted and skated back toward the penalty box. He said something to the official on the journey to the box, whatever it was, a gesture, what have you, triggers a 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct and an ejection. But there was a fighting major called against Sean Leonard. And the thing that's getting me, and as I pull up the official score sheet here to make sure that I'm telling the proper story in this situation, what's getting me is that there was no fighting major given to Oliveri. And what has officially been written down here on the score sheet is Oliveri was given an instigator for fighting, not an aggressor penalty, an instigator for fighting, but no fighting major. And that would cause some confusion, in my opinion. And his official ejection cause was physical abuse of an official, Category 1, a game misconduct that counts as 10 minutes against his PIM total, but ultimately is just an ejection from the hockey game. Roanoke adds one more as Nick Ford buries a power play one-timer off an ensuing penalty against Corey Melkert, an unsportsmanlike penalty. And a tough and bitter pill to swallow for the Fayetteville Marksmen as they fall 6-3. The Marksmen will drop to 10-5 on the season. Roanoke above 500 for the first time this year at 5-4-4. Your 3 stars are brought to you by Bubba's 33. You can visit Bubba's 33 in the Westwood Shopping Center. The 3rd star of tonight's game for the Fayetteville Marksmen is Matt McNair, who scored late, really kept hope alive for the Marksmen. The 2nd star, Jeff Jones, who will end the game with a goal and an assist. And Mac Jansen with 2 goals and an assist is the number 1 star of tonight's contest. Sets the table for what should be a really fun hockey game tomorrow. I think you're going to see all the emotions finally spill over. And on Peanuts night, no less. It's going to be a great hockey game here, but also happening around the arena specialty jersey auction, post-game skate. And don't forget to stop by and see Santa Claus and get your picture made with the big man himself. Puck drop is at 6 p.m. Doors open at 5 p.m. You can get your tickets. Very few remain by skating to marksmanhockey.com and clicking the Tickets tab. That'll do it for us. Thanks for sticking around for Marksman postgame. Until next time, the final score one last time. The Roanoke Rail Yard Dawgs 6, the Fayetteville Marksmen 3. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until next time, I'm Drew Blevins. Good night.